Hello. Hi.
We're jamming, we're jamming. Hello. Hi, folks. Happy Thursday. If you're in the Discord, you didn't see that, it's fine. You didn't see me realize in real time why my stream wasn't starting and realize that I'm Bobo the Fool. No one saw that, that's fine. If you joined stream during the first 3 minutes, you would have heard the clown music I was playing. Oh my god, I was so confused. So, people might have seen that I posted a model showcase, which I might show on stream here for funsies. But I posted a showcase for the model and everything finally that I made. And this happened before. Some folks may remember another stream before I debuted where I was like, oh, that's so weird, I'm facing a new connection OBS problem. And then there was like a 10-minute pause and I was like, I fixed it. And then I didn't really talk about it because basically the way that I record transparent footage of my model in OBS requires me changing like the color range and like doing some shit, and that also makes it so for whatever reason OBS refuses to connect to Twitch and it just dies forever. And I don't know the intricacies of why that is. But it took me a good 5 to 10 minutes to remember that I had, like, recorded footage recently, and then that was the problem. I was like, why? Why is it doing this? Oh my god. And then I don't know what made me remember. It just really fucking hit me like an epiphany. I was like, oh my god, the fucking footage recording. Ah! But it's fine. I fixed it. I have to, like, put a sticky note on my friggin' desk every time I record transparent model footage to be like, did you switch your shit back? OBS won't work if you didn't do that. Oh, good lord. But I'm here. We figured it out. Nothing actually bad happening. I am just Bobo the Fool. First try. Like, dude, I was like, what fucking new problem did OBS develop while I wasn't looking? Like, for a second, I was like, I swear to God, like, I got up while my computer was resetting to, like, splash water in my face and, like, get ready for stream, refill my water, blah, blah, blah. And I literally thought to myself, while I was in the washroom, I was just like, me and OBS are about to start having some fucking problems at this rate. Nope, my fault, my bad. My bad, my fault, my bad. My bad. Oh my goodness, let me... So do you guys want to see images? You like images. You guys are image fans. BBTTS to remind me. Yeah, voice memos, essentially. Hey, did you remember to do this, you dumb bitch? So I have images for you because I have the whim to show you guys things today. Sometimes I do things that I don't show you, and then sometimes I do show. Sometimes I do and sometimes I don't. First up, you love images. I wanted to show off and talk about the new art in the art slideshow. We have 2 new ones. First up, we have this fucking, that's fine, you can still see it pretty good. We have this delightful chibi from Inky. It came out so cute. I don't know what it is about their rendering style. It's just so like shiny, and I like it. I haven't been showing off the new art because folks usually see it in the carousel and stuff, but I want to hold these ones up like shiny rocks. So we have this one from Inky that I really enjoy, another good pixel chibi, and we finally have BB. We have BB in art. I need to, when I commission people for art, I need to try and think of more ones that I can get BB in there on. And then we also have new art by... I love whenever I say BB's name. BB shortly will be summoned afterwards. It's good. Truly summoned by name, a la Beetlejuice. So the other piece that we have... Oh, yes, and I will summon Itty here in a bit. I have a new Franicus piece. Oh god, it's so large. New Franicus piece dropped. For folks who aren't quite familiar, Fran is an artist I fucking adore getting art from and regularly commission. And I got another one from Fran because I quite literally was like, it's about...
They need me.
That's true. Your TikTok went up recently and people were really happy to see you. The TikTok where I talked that you were a toggle on the model. People were so happy. People love it. You're so popular. I mean, fuck, I'm selling merch of BB at the market. I have 2 prints of BB I'm selling at the market and 2 stickers. So, not in this form though, in his human form. I'm not getting into merch because shipping is a nightmare and shipping is way too much money, unfortunately. But if I ever do a line of pixel merch, BB's definitely gonna get like this form of BB needs to get some stuff as well. I need to... Sorry, friends, are you just gonna sit there for a second? I need to find something where I can, like, this is like way down the line, mind you, this is not like a now thing, but when I fantasize about fun things to do someday, I need to find someone, and when I say someone, I mean like a business or something, where like I can collaborate with them and like provide them art or like provide them resources and pay or something, but they host it and fulfill the merch. Like, because I can't do it myself as much. I would love to make prints or charms or stickers and sell them and give them out or something like that. But shipping in Canada is just too expensive. So like, I wouldn't want to, like, you know, people buy like a $10 Canadian print but pay fucking $20 Canadian shipping on, you know what I mean? Like, maybe I need to think of more digital fun little things I can do for you guys. Like the Shimiji, people can download, oh, speaking of, people can download the Shimiji and have them, you know, like digital. He's not merch, he's a little guy, but you know what I mean? I don't know, I want to make fun things and, I don't know, make things for the community or like come up with new fun projects. But it's hard, because as much as I love merch and having funny little objects of my art, it's expensive and hard to do on your own. Alright, come in, get over here, you little bastard. There he is. BB plush that doubles as a small pillow. Plush that doubles as a large pillow. I want a BB plush. Okay. You guys are like perfectly tapping into my tangent machine today. I've been thinking and stuff and I'm like, I want to get more like unique or in-depth commissions of pixel or something. So like pieces like this from Fran, which are awesome and like full body and like super cool and colorful and stuff. I wanna break away from just doing chibis, but I don't even like. TLDR, I want to commission an artist to make a pixel plush, like like for me, for me, just for me. But like I need to find like a plush artist, like an actual plush artist, and see if I can find someone. because I want to have, it's on my commission bucket list to have like a plush or a little figure or something of Pixel, you know? Like that's a bucket list item for me. So that's something I'm gonna actually start looking into and maybe saving up for like myself for like Christmas or like my next birthday or something. I do want a BB plush though. BB would be like such a nice, good, simple plush, you know what I mean? I knew someone who did that once upon a time. Eye emoji. Yeah, I need to tap my network, I think, and literally be like, do you people know guys who do plushes? Because, like, I know, like, theoretically, I know what a lot of people do if they want plushes of their OCs is that they'll go directly to a manufacturer who does, like, art plushes or, like, wide-scale plushes, and they'll order, like, a single sample one kind of thing. But I also want to be able to commission an artist to, like, pay somebody, and also so that, because, like, Pixel's kind of a complex design, and I'd like to work with an artist who could, like, make his clothes and, like, do his earring and, like, you know, like I want him to be a spiffy looking dude. But new Fran commission, which is what I pulled this up to talk about. I love Fran's work. Something I want to do, and this is kind of a secret, is every time a new costume debuts for this model, I really want to commission Fran for a special piece of art for every time there's a costume debut. That will not be relevant until February, but a secrets. But yeah, so we have new art in the opening reel, more lovely artists that people should support or beam love to. If you can't support financially, support them emotionally. Love Fran so much. Me and Fran, obviously, like, our relationship is purely like I come to them through VGen and get art from them and stuff. But I wonder if they've gotten curious, given the fact, I think at this point, how many times have I commissioned Fran? One, I think I'm at 6. 6 sounds right. I must be at 6. I love Fran's work a lot. I often think of opportunities and excuses to commission Fran. Fran's great. Ugh, eat their art with a fucking fork. I was gonna show you some. Oh no, I was gonna show you images and then I got distracted. What was I gonna do? Oh god. As you can see, having 3 days of a heat wave has done wonders for my focus in my brain, guys. The heat wave is luckily lessened deeply. It's kind of like over, tentatively, and it rained a bit today. We've been in a really bad dry spell. So it's like humid, but it's like 10 degrees colder than it's been the past 3 days, so I'm not dying anymore, everyone. Which is great. What was the other thing? So I was gonna show you guys maybe just like playing you the footage of the model showcase. I was gonna show you guys that. I was gonna show you the new art I made. It comes back around eventually. Like a fucking frisbee or a boomerang. I get there eventually. Alright, can I open this without it? No, it's gonna take up my full screen. Yeah, it is. It's a massive image. So I haven't posted this on social media yet. But I have new image. I don't usually show art on stream, but I think this is cute. The image for you. I put this in the Discord already, so folks have already seen it in the Discord, because I think I posted it the night I finished it. But I still need to post it on social media. The art? This is a print. This will be a print at the market I'm doing, actually. And a mini print? I don't remember if I got the mini or not. Any of the merch, by the way, from that market I'm doing next month, any extra I have, I will put on my Ko-fi as long as the shipping works out and stuff like that. And like, it won't murder me financially to host things on a shop for a short period. But everything's actually pretty limited. There's 10 of each print, 6 of each charm, and 10 of each sticker design. I'll make a little catalog at some point, especially if I end up putting it online afterwards. But he's a print. He's a funny little print. He's a funny little pinup print. Gives me huge 80s, 90s teenager vibes. Hell yeah. I don't even... So I had kind of like the idea for the vibe when I made this, but like it was very much just like a late night movie night. I'm trying to open the other version because I did a daytime variant just so you could like see stuff better. So I'm just trying to open that up. Here we go. The nighttime variant's like the main one, and then this one I did just afterwards, so that you could get a better look at like texture and things like that. But yeah, this is really fun to work on. It just feels good to kind of like finish an illustration, even though I've been working on a shitload of art. I always feel like I never work on art or anything, despite the fact that like I'm doing tons of commissions or like drawing a lot. I don't know if it's because like I don't post everything I draw that it gives me this weird feeling that I don't draw a lot. But Noelle has witnessed it firsthand. I was like freaking out because I was like, I don't have anything for my website portfolio and I need to draw, and if I don't draw I'm gonna die. And then like 3 minutes later I was like, wait, I drew like 4 illustrations in April. Wait, I drew 4 illustrations. So I have really bad perception of how much I'm actually making stuff. But I did it. Pixel 4.0. Technically this is Pixel 4.0's like first proper illustration, and it's a fucking pinup. Oh, I love it. I'm pretty proud of it though. I think the colors came out very cute. As the other image I wanted to show you. Your ass has been drawing. I have no idea what you're talking about. I've never drawn an image in my life. What's that? A character design commission I'm working on? Who's she? I don't know that guy. Yippee! So that was a delayed reaction. I was fighting YouTube for a second there. Forum lurker. I love the blinkies. I don't know why. They make me so happy. Very good. I'm gonna scooch my mic away from my mouth. I feel like I'm peeking a lot. That or OBS is lying to me. Which wouldn't be the first time. The treacherous bitch. Oh my goodness. I have one last thing to hold up to you guys, like a shiny rock. And then we will play video games. Get out of here. I don't wanna see you. Get out of here. It's not video game time yet. Oh, that's game capture. That's why that's not working. I was like, why won't you let me have oh god, my tea's fighting back. Oh, why won't you let me have Firefox? Oh, image. Big image. Stop that. Be less big. I'm gonna hold up my model showcase video like it's a shiny rock. Please be kind. I made this while I had minor heat stroke. Baby's first model showcase video. I think it's fine, honestly, jokes aside. Should I full screen this? How will that go? Let me just... It turned out great, I'm glad. Recording it was so awkward, I must say, because showing off the toggles at least it was awkward because I had to do everything in one take. Because it looks really awkward if you just keep cutting between toggles after a few seconds. So I had to keep retaking it, trying to do it in one take, while like, you know, trying to do stuff with my face and like tilt my head to like, I think this is fine, like, don't get me wrong, I think this is a very cute little thing, but I'm just like, god damn it, those fucking artists and riggers who make like one of these like a month or every few months or whatever, insane to me. You must just get used to it, because it was so surreal for me to do it. Alright, let me pause, get rid of that, and then I gotta put that over there. And then we're gonna look at this funny video. Oh, it's so quiet. So quiet. My funny music. Don't mind my eyes. I did not mean to take a full month just to make a model showcase, I have to say. I did not mean to do that. Poor Jay was waiting a month for me to do this. I'm a busy guy, what can I say? It was so funny, I was watching my debut stream again before this stream, just for fun. And I still haven't made the compound expressions that I've been meaning to, where like multiple of these toggles trigger at once. And I need to like write a note to myself and be like, remember to make your toggles. BB, it's you! I think the funnest thing that I got to do for this video was recording the model using different animations. Because some of them look really good, and some of them look so goofy. You're YouTube famous. The model's so cute. Doing the turnarounds and stuff was really fun. And like, going through the animations was really funny. There's like a bunch of dancing animations in Marudo, and they are so goofy looking on this model. It's so funny. Especially his hair, because he has like very bouncy hair physics. Some of the ones that have like very rapid movement look so funny because of it. I love it. Not the intent, but I love it. There. And there's Jay. Big credit Jay. And I wanted to include some of the progress photos because some of them really cracked me up. Alright, let me move OBS back to where I want it to be. There we go. But yes, that's the model showcase video I also did. This is good stuff. Good stuff. Ugh, I need to get situated again. Okay. Now, all of those pretty rocks I was showing you guys aside, we have to play a video game. Oh god. Oh god. Blast my eardrums out. Blast my eardrums out, you guys can't hear it. Remove window capture. Properties. Properties. Oh, you want to pick up the audio of this video game so badly. Oh shit, there you go. You want to do it so badly, OBS. Whole new meaning to deafening silence, yeah. Me and OBS aren't homies. There, I'm gonna turn it down a little bit on my end. Because even though it's like a third of the bar, it's so very loud. Actually, it's kind of loud for you guys, I think, too. Just gonna knock that down a few more pegs. There, that's probably fine levels with my voice. Okay, where were we with Necrobarista? We're in our cafe. We're kind of meeting all of the characters still. And we've met, like, our protagonist, our ex-boss, an evil little girl scientist who lives with us, and then Neil, or whatever his name is, that bitch from the Death Council. And then we have the spirit of someone who's hanging out with us as well. So we got through the prologue and 2 chapters last time, and we're currently in between chapter 2 and 3, looking at a bunch of the bonus content. So I think there was like 2 things left that I was going to read before we moved on to chapter 3. But alas, my throat was hurting and raw because apparently talking for 2 hours is a strain on my vocal cords. But I have tea, and I have water, and we'll see how we do today. My goal is like two chapters per stream minimum. And technically we did 3 last time if you count the prologue, so I don't think we did that's bad. That one I read. That was about Maddie stealing a cookie. I remember that one. We read the emails, and we found out that something that Maddie has keeps fucking with everyone else's, like, spirit stuff. So I think we had this one to read, and then this one, which looks like plot progression. So let's read advisory role. God, the music in this game fucks hard. It's really good. Maddie was washing her hands when Ashley poked her head around the corner. Here to confess something or here to ask for something? Thought Maddie to herself as she dried her hands and turned to face the girl. The grin on Ashley's face confirmed that it was the latter. Maddie arched an eyebrow and turned to the coffee grinder. Ashley stepped around the corner and stood close enough to Maddie to occupy her field of view. Every time Maddie turned, Ashley again repositioned herself. She was waiting for Maddie to notice her. After a minute, Maddie decided that having Ashley hovering around her was more distracting than indulging whatever it was she wanted to talk about. What do you need, Ashley? I don't need anything, said Ashley. Though now that you mention needing things, I think you might need something. Such as? An advisor. Ashley smiled triumphantly as she delivered the word. Uh-huh. And what would I need an advisor for? To advise you, of course, said Ashley. And I suppose you have a suggestion for who I would take on as an advisor. Well, said Ashley, now that you mention it, I'm not too busy. I could be your advisor. Because you're an expert on advising. That's what an advisor needs to know about. And what makes you think you're an expert on advising? I've been learning a lot about advisors, said Ashley. They get to help make important decisions, and the person they're advising has to take responsibility for them. That's why I'd make a good advisor. Because you don't want to take responsibility for your actions? I take responsibility for my advice. But if someone follows my advice, then that's their decision and their responsibility. Duh. I don't think I need an advisor. Oh, but you do. Aren't you always complaining about how busy you are? Yes. So busy that I don't have time to have extra counseling sessions with you. I'm not gonna be your counselor, Maddie. I'm gonna be your advisor. Take a shot every time they say the word advisor. The difference being, a counselor counsels and an advisor advises. Of course. Busy people always seem to have advisors, said Ashley. The Prime Minister... Canada? Sorry. Canada moment? The Prime Minister has advisors. Presidents, too. All the most important people have advisors. Their advisors tend to be more experienced than they are. Advice travels from those who have it to those who need it. Well, I'm doing fine, so I don't need advising. But you could do with some advising, and I'd be happy to give you all the advice I've got. You motherfucker. What did I do? Hi, Cass. Did I forget something? Did I do something? Oh no. No, no, it's coming for you. What do you mean? Okay. I'm also scared. I'm not in trouble though. She said it. She can't take it back. I'm not in trouble. She can't take it back after you said that. Fuck. You motherfucker is such a strong entrance. It's fine. I'm just going to live in blissful ignorance. Pixel, did you know that you are in fact an adult, which means you cannot get in trouble? Don't tell me that, because I'll just believe you, and then I will never take responsibility for any action again. That's not true. You won't be able to ignore it when it comes. There are laws. Pshaw. Canada isn't real. We got no laws here. Practically no man's land. Not in Canada. Oh god, it's fine. It's fine. I see. So am I hired? You already have a lot on your plate, I'm sure. Nope. I've got lots of free time. Please know I'm just ambiently, like, worried. Not in a for real serious way, but I can, like, feel my face being red prematurely. Ah, in that case, you have time to wash these dishes for me, said Maddie, tossing a drying rag to Ashley. Let me know when you're done. Wait! I'm only free to advise. I'm physically fatigued from a long day of work. Only my mind has extra processing power. I can only help you if it's by advising. Well, advising has physical responsibilities associated with it, right? You are immune to being in trouble with me forever. Oh my god, don't make me blush. To be fair, between the two of us, Cass, I think we have fairly good communication. Oh, hi. Oh god. Hi, Crabbin. Hi, Owl. Friggin' Hexter. Also, you're my boy toy. Yeah, that's the thing. When people put me on payroll as boy toy, it means I can't get in trouble anymore. It's part of the position. It's like how part of the position is making sure. What do you call? How do I word this? When you're this is gonna be an unhinged conversation, I think. When you're like designated as someone's boy toy, what are they to you? You know, like what's the title you would refer to the other person as? Or is that like a case-by-case thing? Put that ammo, put it away. You stop it, because I know exactly.
Hello?
Cray said the one forbidden word in my chat. Cray said usually daddy.
Hi.
Hi, imp.
Hello. Hi.
Innocent little lad cannot get in trouble. I'm immune forever.
Hello. Hi.
Didn't realize it was forbidden. Oh, you're fine. I keep forgetting to disable it, because the only reason I remembered that word is banned. No cooldown. Yeah.
Hello.
Cass's motherfucker. Hi. I'm starting to get an inkling of what might have happened.
Hi.
Hi, Nearman. Hello, Mellow.
Hello.
Oh, God. I'm squinting. I'm trying to catch which one of these hellos are new and which ones are not new.
Hi.
Hi, folks. Yeah.
Hello.
Oh, my face. My head. My tiny little head. Is this Cass's boy toy? Yeah. Hi, I'm so glad that I've been recognized by my proper title. I appreciate this. Yeah, the hi doesn't have a cooldown. That's another thing I keep forgetting to do. Maybe I should write this down. Hi, folks. Hello. We're chilling with a visual novel today. So there will be much gabbing, much chatting. Oh, congratulations on your autism diagnosis.
Hi.
Thank you for following. I appreciate this. High redeem cooldown. Turn it down, turn it up, you fucking idiot. High redeem, turn it up, idiots. I love MS Paint. So ooh. You can do one per person per stream via Twitch if you want. Yeah, that's probably what I'll do. It's one of those things where it's like, it's not that I don't know how to do it, it's just, oh, this computer is trans. So true. That is so true. I know how to do it, I just keep forgetting to fix it. Because I think Imp was the first one who discovered that it's like all fucked up and you could just spam it forever. And I didn't, and that was like a month ago when I debuted. Oh, Noelle, you can now do whatever you want forever if it makes you happy. That's my rule. That's why I don't face consequences. It's my favorite button. I'm glad that everyone is enjoying playing toys with my redeems. I very much like my new redeems. Thank you for hydrates and stretch, by the way. I will drink some water real quick. I will violently hydrate. You have consequences and you can do wrong, but I'll never be mad at you. You know, I appreciate you, Cass. Kirby car fading into the void. Oh god, the car redeem I think is my favorite. Just what a classic from fucking Yakuza 7 playthrough. I love that, like, I love that I'm reaching the point with certain playthroughs where like things are becoming so iconic they get to become bits that stay around forever. I love that dearly. But hello everyone, welcome in. Like, I'm sure someday you'll make a mistake across a spoken boundary. You're mean to me smashing your head. I'm very grateful for that. I don't do well with getting my head smashed in. Only now noticing the little sparkles. Yeah, I added that in. I might change it to be confetti later, so when you hit me with stuff, it's confetti that explodes, but for now it's sparkles. I think I was trying to say this earlier, Cass, but I think between the two of us, we have like fairly good communication, or we like figure things out eventually, and like, I mean, like, this is just an unironic statement. We care about each other enough that like we're willing to figure shit out if something does happen. Yes! Autism to autism wavelength. You get it. Oh god. What was I saying? Today's
Hello.
definitely a scattered brain day. Hi Mala. I'm crashing out. Why does it matter? That is a real conversation we had, and I don't think I'm proud of it. But that is a real conversation we had. And like that whole conversation, what I was trying to say, it was what I needed. I'm glad, because I was trying to understand why it was important. Not because it wasn't, but I wanted to understand why. You know what I mean? So I'm glad it was good. But I was like, as I was typing it, I was like, I mean every word of this, but I'm convinced how it's coming off is like 0 out of 10, don't pass go. I think it was a good conversation. I enjoyed it because I got to tell you that I care about you, and I got an update on how you were doing, which I always like. Even if you think the updates are bad, I'm just happy I get to be involved. Sorry, that's such a funny way to say it, I realize. I get to be involved, and I appreciate that. Oh, was your voice in my brain going, hey, you're like swag, and that person isn't, so like, what's up if you like a swagless motherfucker give you up? That was the intent. That was the thing where I'm like, you're better than them. Queen, what are you doing? Pick your crown up. Like, I was like, no, get back, no. What are you doing? I'm obsessed with the fact that your community is probably just gonna know me as your boy toy now, if that carries forward, which I'm fine with. I think it's great, but it is really funny to now, in this moment, if a queen gets enough tomatoes, her crown slips. Luckily, a jester appears. Insane. Yep. Good. I wouldn't have it any other way. This is my destiny. Your Cass's favorite clown. Okay. Cass's favorite clown. Bobo the Fool. Internalizing Pixel's new title in my head. Listen, it was so funny. I was like lying in bed. Clowns are allowed anguish. Pixel's my jester, which means if he slips and breaks his tailbone, he must laugh through the pain or be beheaded. That reminds me of something Kabuk said to me yesterday when we were playing Peak. Where we were doing a bit because I almost died, but Kabooks is like, you can't let them see your pain. You have to smile through the pain. Keep that smile on your face and never let them never let them see it. Vividly similar conversations back to back. Very interesting. Also means I can make fun of you, not die horribly. Oh god. Cass, you designating me with my new title was so funny because I was just fucking lying in bed on my phone in a voice call with you and Noelle, and you just started listing a bunch of people and their designations in relation to you, and the poignant pause you took before saying boy toy for me, I was laying there holding my phone, and in my head I was like, say boy toy. She's gonna say boy toy. Let it be boy toy. I hope it's boy toy. Boy toy would be funny. And then you were like just the way you said it was so funny. You were like, and Pixel is my boy toy, and I was like, yes. I literally was like, I knew it. I knew you were gonna say that. The wavelength, yes. I almost said clown to clown communication. The tism to tism communication was really there. I was there and call exploding and melting, blowing up into a million little bits and then blowing up again and again and again. Oh god, good times. We should hang more. Royal Jester. Only the highest of honors for your local clown. Necessary casualties. Damn brutal. I guess I should summarize what we're doing today, folks, at some point. Can we pin? I'll pin it. I got you. Until the end of stream. It stays there. It lives there now. So real quick for folks who popped in, I feel like I should actually explain what we're doing today instead of us just gabbing forever, because I do want to play the video game. I almost wish you folks were here for a different stream where it was more gab with chat friendly, because I gotta read a visual novel, but I like talking to people. It's an ethical dilemma. For what we are doing tonight is we're playing Necrobarista. It is a very funky visual novel that's kind of breaks the usual visual novel format and goes for something a bit more a bit more immersive and like interesting visually, but still at its core it's a funky little visual novel about a cafe that serves both living and dead customers, like ghosts and stuff. And we're still pretty early in. We're in one of the intermission chapters right now, so what we're doing is kind of reading like side short stories that are for lore building. Admittedly, I've been skimming through this one while talking to you guys. But yeah, we're gonna be chilling and visual noveling and stuff like that, so if you want like some good background noise and stuff like that, this is probably a good stream for that. Oh, I can't wait for Dead by Daylight tomorrow. Sorry, that's a great game for talking to chat. I need to stream more Dead by Daylight. Y'all, I never stop thinking about that game. Every hour of every day, I probably am thinking about Dead by Daylight. Oh, I'm at the end of it. Perfect. I'm doing I haven't announced this yet because I kind of just play it by cuff, but that's not that phrase. I usually play it by ear with my impromptu streams. I'm doing a Dead by Daylight collab tomorrow. I'm very excited. I fucking love that game. Keep the balance. This is one that I think is going to give us the plot progression to go back downstairs. That game scares me. Yeah. I get murdered often. DD update is available, so I'm updating right now. Ooh, they put out a patch. God, I won't get into it, but the DBDT is so hot right now, I gotta say. All right. Oh, it's Ned, not Neil. I fucked that up earlier. Ned. We hate Ned. Oh, I've seen. Dude, it's crazy. It doesn't surprise me, but like, what a shit show, right? I'm sure we'll talk about it tomorrow for anyone who doesn't know. Don't you worry, we'll gab. Because it is so crazy. You're overdue this week. You tapped the list of rules that Maddie kept posted by the door. This 24-hour rule. You sure you've been enforcing it? I think how we run things around here is none of your business. Actually, it absolutely is my business. In fact, keeping the rules is basically my only business. That's kind of what the word enforcer means. I'm supposed to scold you for breaking the rules. So audit me. Fine. Let me check your ledger. We don't keep a ledger. Maybe you should. Lots of places do. It's a great system. You have someone stand at the door, have them mark down whenever someone comes in or leaves. Then you forcibly evict people who are overstaying their welcome. Amazed that you don't have a system like that in this place. Some people overstay their welcome, other people understay it, said Che. There's no need to strictly keep track of how long people stay, right? Just maintain the balance. You're right. All that matters is maintaining the balance. So maintain the balance, because when you don't, then we have a problem. We're a bit short-staffed to have someone acting as a full-time doorman. Figure it out. You tap the board listing the rules. Change 24 hours to 23 hours. When you say 24 hours, people think you just colloquially mean one day, and they'll pay attention to the specific time. When you say 23 hours, people actually have to keep track of what time it is. That would be fine, except for the part where you're cutting time off of people's stay. Trust me, anyone who would go right up to the limit is probably going to go over it. 23 hours is going to mean 23 hours plus an extra 5 minutes, 10 minutes, half hour plus however long it takes to finish their drink. And if they leave in less than 24 hours, who gives a shit? I give a shit. You're right, you should give a shit. In fact, you should celebrate whenever you manage to scooch someone out of here in under 24 hours, because the balance is upset, and you've got to correct it. You can either correct the balance 1 hour at a time, or the council can come in here and repossess some souls. Or we can find someone who knows how to manage this property responsibly. He turned to Che. Come on, buddy. I don't want to have to take this place away from you. That would be quite the escalation. Well, you're already on the first level of escalation, which is a stern talking to. Let's try not to escalate it any further. Che sighed. Maddie cut him off. We'll change the rule to 23 hours, okay? Buzz off. Whoa, really? Okay then. While you're rewriting the signs, you should also take green tea frappuccino off the menu. Frap should be for coffee, not tea. Done. Wait, really? Damn, I didn't realize you were so open to feedback. Also, that caramel. We'll take it under advisement, said Maddie, placing a hand on Ned's chest and physically pushing him towards the door. Hold up. What are you doing? Removing an unwanted guest. I need to practice if we're going to start enforcing those rules you care so much about. Now said Ned as he continued backpedaling to stay upright. Look, you could just... Bye, said Maddie as Ned crossed the threshold out of the cafe, and Maddie shut the door in his face. She turned around, leaning her back against the door, and sighed. Che raised an eyebrow. You're serious about the rule change? Yeah. I'll change the sign in the menu after we close tonight. Wait, really? The rule change is just to keep him off our back. And the menu thing? I've been meaning to take that one off anyway. It's the kind of menu item that attracts the worst sort of people. Okay. Though I do think we should change the rule back to 24 hours after things had enough time to balance out. Of course. When one upset the balance too far in the opposite direction. Apparently fuck green tea fucking fraps, I guess. What would we do with all that extra time anyway? So the way things work is that every soul that comes here has 24 hours to hang out, and then they have to leave and like move on to the afterlife. But Maddie, who's kind of our protagonist, and Che, the person who used to own this place before Maddie, don't like kicking people out. Okay, so doodle mode, I think I know what this is. I think I get to draw on the robots in doodle mode, and I want to see if that's true. Because if I get to draw on them, I want to draw little faces on them. Because that's important to me. Oh, in dual mode, you can draw a face! Whenever they appear in the story, they have the face on them. Okay. Kepler... Okay, how detailed is this? What can I do with this? Okay. Oh my god, the noise sucks so bad. Okay. I want to make a really fucked up BB. That's what I want to do. I would look at BB on my head to get the freckles correct, but... And then angry. The eyes are fucking misbalanced. If anyone has suggestions for faces on the other ones, let me know. Yeah, Kepler has to be BB. He's a big fucking square. How do I switch to... save. If I go... Save and exit. Can I only do one at a time? Is there not a way to just... Ah, okay, here we go. Okay, Lovelace is like a milk carton, and you're like an alcohol bottle. Oh, you have such a tiny face. Okay, I want Lovelace. I want Lovelace to have little pixel glasses or something. Hold on. I'm drawing this with a cursor. This is gonna suck so bad. All right, let me crack my knuckles here. Let me lock in real quick. It's gonna look so bad. Truly, like taking a I'm just imagining I pick these guys up with one hand, like, and I just grab a Sharpie and I'm just fucking like ham fisting these faces onto them. That's like my mental image for this. Just fucking big ass Sharpie, and you just like. Hi, Ivan. Jacoby with swirly eyes, make him look plastered. I love that idea. You're so smart. Can we do Pixel's birthmarks to convey the pixelness of him a bit better? Hey now, I don't think that this could be so much worse than I think it is. Listen, it's simplicity, but I appreciate this. Okay, let's do Jacoby, and then we can finish these guys. It's so cute, little arms. I love robots. What's that? The fucking virtual assistant VTuber has a soft spot for robots and like computer program characters? That's crazy. Anyway. Oh, no, wait, I did it wrong. I wanna... I like how you can see it curving on the bottle model a little bit as you draw it. That's great. Should I give them a little mouth, or should they have like swirly eyes, no mouth? Because if I want to erase something, I have to erase the entire drawing. So do you guys think a mouth would be good? Because I could give him like a little swirl, like a little squiggle mouth, like he's tipsy, or give him like a little like drool mouth or something. Follow your gut. You know what? I like that. That's what I wanted. All right. We got Jacoby, Kepler, and Lovelace. They look fantastic. You look beautiful, guys. Now we're gonna get to see their little faces when they have their little talks with each other. And when they appear in cutscenes, I think they're gonna have their faces on them too, which is great. All right. Great timing. I hydrated as soon as you redeemed it. Okay. Let me go back downstairs. Yes, I know doodle mode is available. Whee! I'm zooming. I'm zooming. I'm zooming. Okay, these are... So chapter 1 gave us a bunch of these conversation things, and they stay. Oh, so if I want to... So, okay, that's good news. So, if I'm playing the story, and I don't want to read these in-between chapter things, like I don't want to stop the story to do that, we can just come back to them later. Perfect. I don't have to worry about losing them or anything. I can just find them later. Okay, that makes me way less worried about reading all of them then. Also, ad break in 40 seconds, folks. We do 3-minute ads at the top of the hour / every hour of stream time, so that we can be ad-free for an entire hour. I want to look at their prices and shit again real quick.
I have now invaded. My robot army grows.
First Bioshock. Now you have your likeness preserved in Necrobarista. Storm Christian, I always assume it's gonna happen. I shouldn't, but like I'd rather be safe rather than sorry. So I'm glad to see that like as this place unlocks, these other little story things from previous chapters do not despawn. Because like I said, that makes me way less worried about like taking a break and trying to read all of them. Especially because last stream my throat like got really sore from reading so much stuff. Because I don't usually play visual novels. So my throat's not always good for long stints of like scripted reading like this. Which is why I have tea and water with me. But yeah, now I'm way less worried about that. That's awesome. Oh yeah, I read that. Okay. So now we're going into chapter 3. So the last thing that happened is that Ned, who was basically a soul cop, working for like a deaf council, he showed up and was a dickhead, and he's basically telling us
universe is safe for me.
This is true. Basically, we're in massive debt. We keep letting souls stay too long, and we're accruing like a debt because of it, because like they're using up soul stuff. We're still at the terminal, day 2, noon. Whoa. Rise and shine. Don't wanna. You shouldn't waste your last hours on Earth sleeping. Man, I was hoping that I was having a really long, weird dream. Sorry, no such luck. I'm still having trouble getting my head around it. I totally understand. Want a coffee? Yeah, just something simple. Hipster coffee coming right up. What's going on downstairs? I didn't even know you had a downstairs. There's more to this place than meets the eye. Maddie's down there, desperately trying to fix our debt situation. It sounds like she's hosting a cage match or something. Well, not exactly, but she's mentioned wanting to do that. There's some wrestler called the Red Comet that she wouldn't stop talking about for a while. Huh. And then, because of that, Ashley got obsessed with wrestling for a bit and kept trying to suplex me. Did she manage to? She's tiny. A couple of times. Ha! It was very humiliating. I can imagine. But to properly answer your question, Maddie's running a gambling ring. Downstairs? All by herself. It's a fairly unconventional one. And by unconventional, you mean mortals generally aren't involved. Stakes are higher than usual. Oh. Coffee's ready. Come over and get it. They gamble for time, among other things. You don't sound like you're a huge fan of the idea. I'm not. It's undignified. I mean, as long as Maddie's not in danger, shouldn't it be fine? The council doesn't like it. They turn a blind eye because we don't cause trouble otherwise. But I'd rather not have to worry about bad things coming our way. Because Maddie refuses to approach the problem from a different angle. And by the problem, you mean the debt, yeah? I was pretty drunk, but I think I remember Maddie storming off after Ned turned up. Yeah, I'm a bit worried about her. Wish I could help. You all seem pretty nice. Thoughts appreciated. Maddie will figure it out eventually, though, I'm sure. She just needs time. Hey, thanks for the coffee, by the way. I just realized you haven't actually made me pay for a bunch of them. How'd you expect to pay for them? Oh, right. Yeah, no cash. If I were feeling particularly capricious, I'd ask you to pay in time. But you're a nice kid, and you need every minute you got. You want to head downstairs? I can see your eyes darting to the stairs. I'm not going down, but I'm also not going to stop you. Yeah, if it's okay. Go on then, I'll stick around up here. Welcome back from the ads, everybody. We're gonna go see a fucking soul gambling ring. I just cramped my hand. I tried to crack my knuckles and I cramped my hand. I'm fine. I'm fine. I'm fine and I'm brave and I'm fine and I'm brave and I'm fine and I'm brave and I'm fine and I'm brave. Fuck! I felt my pinky crack. I felt it. Oh my god. Okay, we're fine. We're fine and we're normal and I'm so strong and brave. I'm so glad I don't have hand tracking on today because you just see me like violently freaking my like left hand out. Just give me like 2 seconds to just shake this out. Or sorry, not even my right hand, my left hand, my dominant hand, which makes it so much worse. Oh, okay. I'm brave and I'm strong and I'm brave and I'm strong and I don't even feel pain. What are you talking about? Alright. We're normal. We're so normal. Okay. The stairs led down to the basement. The stairs that led down to the basement were solid and well-worn, with smooth ruts on each step and a handrail that had been polished to a silky sheen through the years of use. Keishan had always liked stairwells. People never lingered in them for long. He found them to be a good place to catch a breather. He wasn't obsessed with them, that'd be weird, but he definitely appreciated a nice set of stairs. On further reflection, it was probably a little weird. Downstairs, Maddie's audience clamored for blood. From you to me. The understanding that your remaining moments on this plane are limited, you surrender this time freely, without coercion, as agreed. Contract fulfilled, you're free to go. That's 3 in a row, you bloodthirsty bastards. The crowd cheered. Maddie was clearly an expert at winding them up into a frenzy. Who's next? The room fell dead silent. Come on, isn't anyone here brave enough to challenge me? Oh, you came here to play with knives, you pansies. Seriously, anyone. Don't hold out on me. Do I need to pick someone out of the crowd then? Is that what we've come to? Maddie's gaze swept across the audience. Keishan, good to see you upright. Interested in a game of skill? Me? Yes, you. Oh, sure. Give me some enthusiasm, my man. Sure. What's the game? 5-finger fillet. Some of the people in here call it the knife game. You heard of it? Oh, finally, something I'm good at. Episode 3, Rise and Shine. So, for reference, Maddie is a maybe immortal necromancer. Shay, who we were talking with upstairs at the bar, is immortal and has been alive for like 127 years or something. So, but they're both alive. They're not ghosts. Keishan is a ghost, though. He's a new ghost. We've got a lot of knives in this place. Tell me about it. Damn, this thing has a good weight to it. Of course. That'll make you compete with an inferior tool. Ha. What? Sorry, I was waiting for you to segue into calling me an inferior tool. Shit, that was low-hanging fruit, wasn't it? Next time, mate. Sure. Keishan did another experimental slash, and this time it made an audible whoosh. The spectator oohed and ahed. But this wasn't for them. He knew that he only had one shot to get accustomed to the blade. Forgot they're all Australian. Yes, everyone is Australian, but God knows I'm not doing that. You done showing off? Nothing wrong with putting on a little show. Sounds like you're stalling for time. Getting cold feet, perhaps? Pfft, not a chance. Let's get started, then. You know what you're wagering. Che mentioned something about you gambling with time. It's not gambling if it's a game of skill. But that's besides the point. We're both wagering 4 hours. If you win, it comes from the cafe's balance. If I win, it comes from yours. We've got around 16 hours left in case you weren't keeping track. How? I guess he was only awake in the cafe for a couple hours, but then he passed out drunk. So I just assumed he would have had way less hours than that. 16, I guess, is where he's at. Okay. Shit, only that many. What looks you're trying to play with, then? Hell yeah. Let's stop wasting it and get this over with. You sure you know what you're getting into? Many people are pretty shy about playing with the time they have left, especially when their tank's running as empty as yours. Yep, come on. Unless you're getting cold feet. Hardly. You got 30 seconds. Smack the timer when you're ready. Crowd cheered and Keishan fed off their enthusiasm. In response, Maddie leaned back and tapped her finger on the table, feigning impatience. He seemed to arrive later in the evening. Yeah, that's true. It was probably... Yeah, I'm like kind of doing the rough math in my head. I guess 8 hours isn't too bad, now that I'm thinking about it. That kind of makes sense. I thought it would be closer to 16 or 12 or something. I don't know why. I'm assuming the game ends when Keishan leaves, because he's not our protagonist, but he's kind of like our viewpoint transition character. So I'm imagining the game lasts until Keishan kind of departs, I'm thinking. He met her eyes, grinned, and continued his performance. His stabbing motions got faster as he went, to the point narrowly missing each of his fingers. Stabs, strong enough to drive the knife a millimeter or two into the table, were good if you wanted to put on a show. And, of course, giving their spectators a show was part of the fun. You might be going fast enough to put on a show, but you're not fast enough to win. How'd I do? 16 sets, if I counted correctly. Whoa, I couldn't do 16. That's how many Maddie beat me with. Is she gonna lose? Nah, she's gonna kick his ass. Feeling good about that result? Certainly am. Radio then. Watch closely. Oh, I will. 16. 1. 3. 7. 11. 15. Did she count wrong? I feel like she's letting him win on purpose. I have to assume. Told you, she's unbeatable. Is it magic? She could cheat if she wanted to. Definitely not, she's just that good. Poor guy, he didn't even know what he was getting into. Sorry, mate. Beat me fair and square. Pretty impressed. I aim to please. I'll be taking those hours now if you don't mind. Yeah, sure. How does this work? Just like this. You won't feel a thing. Keishan felt a brief tightness in his chest, and for just a moment the tip of Maddie's finger burned white hot. Ow! Shit! Sorry, I lied. It's done now, though. He just flat out lied with a straight face. Alright, does anyone else dare to compete with me? Come on, looking for some actual decent opposition here. I'll take any challenge, even if it's chess or something. Any challenge? I challenge you. Oh, hi, Che. To get everyone a drink. Rounds on me. What happened to not coming downstairs, buddy? I didn't realize you were watching. There wasn't anything happening upstairs and I got bored. Right. So, you took some hours from Keishan, huh? Yeah, I did. Do you feel good about that? Che, do you? I won them fair and square. Didn't know what he was getting into. There's an obvious power imbalance here you're exploiting. He knew the rules. It doesn't change anything. You want him to believe that he'd get some extra time. And, barring a miracle on his part, that absolutely wasn't going to happen. It doesn't matter. He's just passing through. A couple hours won't make any difference. Maddie, I'm disappointed in you. Our patrons respect us. We need to earn that respect by treating them with respect ourselves. This is not respectful or dignified. Cheating vulnerable passer-throughs out of their time, we're above that. We're better than that. I don't care whether you think it's dishonest or not. I want you to give that poor man his time back. Don't pout, this is serious. I feel like a broken record saying this, but while I understand your intentions are good, you can't keep doing these things. It's all for you. If you really want to do this for me, find another way. This isn't worth it, Maddie. Breaks my heart to see you like this. I know you're trying your hardest. This really, truly, is not worth sacrificing your own self-respect over. Everyone here respects you, but you gambling with hours just cheapens that. I'll give the hours back. Shame. That's pretty great with the knife. Still not as good as me. I was pretty close. You shouldn't waste your last hours on Earth sleeping. Rise and shine was the achievement I just got. Part of me is wondering, so I have a pet theory. I'm wondering. Oh, there they are. I'll go for this in a second. I'm currently running a pet theory that Che's immortality is tied to the cafe, or something in the cafe. Because he's immortal somehow, we don't know how yet, and he used to own the cafe before us and is still hanging around the cafe even though he doesn't work there anymore. And Maddie is like putting this stressor that like she took on his debt of the cafe and she's trying to like work the debt off even if it's in an unsavory way for him. So I'm wondering if the cafe functioning is what is keeping Che alive somehow. That's like that's a little pet theory I'm bouncing around. I don't know. I'm thinking about it. I'm wondering why it's so important, you know? Lovelace. Yeah? What form did you have before being reborn? I think I was a crab. Come on, I'm being serious. Ashley wouldn't harvest spirit liquid from a crab. You're assuming an awful lot about how squeamish she is. As far as I can remember, I lived above streets next to the sky. So a bird then? Wings and feathers and such. No, not that. I do remember flying though. Oh, were you a sugar glider? Describe. Did you eat insects and tree sap and flower nectar? That is familiar. Bats? Wonder how I actually found you then. Could have been anything really. You mentioned bright lights earlier. Oof. Yeah, I'm thinking you got hit by a car. That seems likely? Is that bad? I mean, you're here now, so... Whether you like it or not. Shut up. I'm still adjusting. So yeah, they're fueled by like literally ghosts, but like not human ghosts. I think they're all different animals or something, which is bonkers. No, it said it ate insects, so I'm thinking like bat, cause like sap, flowers, insects. I guess maybe not. Look at you, turning into a responsible human being. Fight Club, 9:30 onwards. Studio mode is now available. You can now speak to Keishan to access studio mode. Oh, I'm downstairs now. Is there stories down here anywhere? Beth 1. Okay. Rotten Poppy. Let's look around the shelves a little bit. Let's see if I can find any other hidden stories or anything. Oh. Ashley's journal number 2. So Ashley's journals is just her talking about other robots. Rotten Poppy. Creature ghosts. They keep talking about spirit juice. So I'm just thinking of like sticking a needle into a corpse and getting like liquid out of it. That's like, you know, like fucking blue raspberry Kool-Aid or something. Like, it's all I'm imagining. I wonder, is this one? Oh, this is also one. Billiards 2. Fuck billiards. That was so long last time and so boring. It could get more interesting, but now that I know that I don't have to read these right away, we might save most of these for later, I'm thinking. Because I don't have to read them. I can come back to them, you know? This is the progression one. Let's read this one. Keishan's footsteps echoed in a way that startled him. Were his footsteps always so loud? Perhaps it was just the contrast of the surrounding environment, which seemed to completely silent which seemed completely silent that made his footfalls seem so jarringly loud as he walked along the catwalk. Eventually. I feel like Ashley Charles might tell us what spirits the robots are eventually. Ah, that's true. He was on a catwalk. Why was he on a catwalk? There seemed to be a gaping space below him filled with some sort of mist that he couldn't see through. It was fog-like, and yet despite that fog that lapped at his feet, the air felt so dry. The air was thick here. As he breathed heavily, Keishan felt an overwhelming sweet, sickly odor, like the smell of wet or rotting wood, but all he could see around him was steel beams and a concrete path in front of him. Was it rust he was smelling? No, he knew the smell of rust. This was different. The smell was somehow organic, like the smell of a forest after a fresh rainfall. Keishan shivered. Far in the distance, he could see what looked like a building of some sort, so far away that it made the structure he was inside feel almost tunnel-like, as if its only purpose was to convey him to that distant building. He continued walking forward, but as he walked, the building seemed to be growing more and more distant. He quickened his pace, and as he walked faster, he could feel himself moving through the thick, stifling air. Yet, as he looked down, he could see the texture of the catwalk in front of him unchanged, so he was walking in place. Keisha started to turn backwards, but saw only a blinding light. His eyes immediately shut, and when he opened them again, he was facing to the tunnel, with the distant building at the center of his view. He tried turning around, but every time he tried to turn his head, his eyes involuntarily shut at the sight of the light. He was forced to close his eyes or look away, always confronted again with the sight of the small hut when he opened his eyes. His heart pounded violently inside his chest. The tunnel was so quiet that he could hear his own heartbeat, feel his own pulse inside of his head. Something about this place felt deeply, incredibly wrong. Get back. I have to get back. He tried turning again, and this time he found himself unable to begin even rotating his body before his eyes snapped shut, placing him again in a world of darkness until he opened them again and was confronted with the sight of the small hut in the distance, now looking more far than ever. I have to get back. Keishan kept facing the building and took a step backwards. As he placed his foot on the ground, he felt a gust of wind knock him forward. He let out a yelp of terror. Instinctively, his hands reached out for the opposite edge of the catwalk as he fell, trying to steady himself for fear of falling off. The catwalk was wide enough that his body didn't land close enough to the edge for that to have been a risk, and yet as he looked towards the edge, he felt a growing sense of dread that there was something down there that would capture him if he allowed it to catch even the smallest hold of him. Although almost as he thought it, he felt the sensation of something pressing against his legs. He stumbled to his feet. He ran forward. The hut ahead of him seemed to grow no closer as he ran, but he ran all the same, running not to reach a destination, but to be away from whatever was behind him. Moments ago, his only thought was an overwhelming desire to turn back, a worry that he was somehow trapped in here. But now, that worry was replaced with an overwhelming sense of dread that propelled him forward. He had been pushed forward by something. Something was behind him. Keishan leaned forward and ran. He was no runner. He often found himself winded when forced to climb more than one flight of stairs. And he ran and ran. He felt no sense of tiredness holding him back, no need to catch his breath. Maybe it was the thick air here that somehow never allowed him to run out of breath. Maybe it was that the fear of whatever it was behind him was that strong. Keishan felt the air stinging at his eyes as he ran. By now he was running so fast that the thick air felt like a hot wind on his face. Tears began running down his face, but he couldn't find it in him to raise a hand to wipe his eyes. That would mean slowing his sprint. So he closed his eyes, fully aware that he was running down a catwalk that had no handrail on either side. At this point, he didn't care. He ran and ran. Long after the tears on his face had dried, Keishan realized that he could hear only the sound of his own feet as they struck the catwalk. He couldn't even hear the rush of wind, even as it seemed to buffet his face. There was no sounds of anyone, or anything, pursuing him. Perhaps there was no pursuer at all. He allowed himself to open his eyes and looked down. He looked over his shoulder. This time there was no blinding light, only a distant glow, like a light at the end of a long tunnel. In a way, it was the light at the end of a long tunnel, and in observing the dim glow of distant light, Keishan suddenly realized just how far he had ran. He turned around and saw the building right in front of him. It had windows that were covered with the same fog that covered the ground around him. Keishan reached for the door handle. He half expected it to be locked, and felt a moment of panic as the handle bowed under the pressure of his hand. Was he ready to face what was on the other side of that door? Did he even want to enter? Did he have a choice? What was it that awaited him inside this building? Answers or more baffling questions? Keishan looked down the tunnel and suddenly felt cold. Whatever this place was, he needed to escape it, and the only form of egress that seemed available to him was the door of this building. He leaned on the handle and felt the door swing open. I think this might be Keishan going to the cafe. My pet theory is that's Keishan before he got to the cafe. Do kind of want to skim read the robot report just to see if we can learn about any of the robots we have on hand. What? Alright, we're gonna skim read this one. So this is Ashley, the little inventor girl, talking about different battle robots, which are the little freaks she's making. This is about Alpha Charlie Echo. Everyone calls this robot Ace. It seems biased from the call this particular robot Ace, but it's obvious how it got its names with all when it wins all of the time. Doesn't have a weapon, designed to be fast and agile. So it just rams people. You don't need a flamethrower or a buzzsaw if you have a 150 kilogram body that can ram into people really fast. This probably wouldn't work very well for me because I don't weigh 150 kilograms and I'm pretty small. Oh god. I'm not sure why it's named Alpha Charlie Echo. I assumed it was a remake or made in the style of a robot called Alpha Charlie, but there aren't any other bots by that name, and the team that made it are all rookies. Also, none of them are named Charlie. Oh god. I love the battle robot lore. It's just so funny to imagine a little TV show with a bunch of these little freaklets. I think this is Lovelace, or at least Lovelace's model with the milk carton. Where's the other one we found? Where's the other story thing we found? I found another one, right? There's like a blue thing in the shelves. Am I blind? What the fuck? No, there's something on one of these shelves. Am I crazy? Oh, wait, here it is. Rotten Poppy. I lied, I want to see what this one is because I'm curious. I'll skip Beth, though, and billiards. Maddie opened an herb jar inside as she examined the contents. Rotten. She began pouring them down the sink. I hate poppy seeds. I don't tolerate that kind of hate speech here. Too bad the rules aren't yours to make, old man. You should have thought of that before you handed me the keys. I could help you get the keys back. I've got a magnetic grabber that... The keys are a metaphor. They're not some kind of magical talisman that grants ownership over an establishment. But there is a magic talisman that grants ownership over the establishment? Yeah, it's called a deed. But this deed entitles me to certain privileges, such as expressing my hatred for poppy seeds. Hate is not good for the soul. Hatred corrupts the soul. Hey, I'm new here. Hi, Keishan. But, are you talking literally? Does hatred actually corrupt the soul? No, hatred does not corrupt the soul. Nor will poppy seeds, despite being a distant cousin of the bay leaf. It's a good thing, said Che, because Maddie's soul is full of hate. Trust me, I've seen the ultrasound. Once again, as the new guy, I gotta ask, are you talking literally? He's just like me, for real. No, hatred does not show up on an ultrasound. And I assume the thing about bay leaves corrupting the soul is also a metaphor? Oh, no. That part was entirely literal. Bay leaves absorb bitterness. You always remove the bay leaf from something before eating it. Bitterness? As in figurative bitterness. I was talking literally, in the sense that bay leaves absorb figurative bitterness. But yes, they also absorb literal bitterness. I'm so confused right now. Just don't absorb a bay leaf into your soul and you'll be fine. It's not the kind of thing that happens accidentally. Are you sure? Because I think I may have accidentally ingested a bay leaf one time. My friend's grandma made this big pot of chili. The soul is not connected to your digestive tract. It's not your gut, so unless you're inhaling your food, it's not going to be a problem. Again, new guy here. Soul. Respiratory system. That's a thing. Oh, yeah. Why do you think people are so into burning herbs and inhaling them? I always just assume that's how, I don't know how cannabis works, but it's like psychoactive? What? No, not that herb. Like people who burn incense. Huh? That's something new. You've never heard of burning incense before? That's why you always have to watch out for when herbs go bad. Someone might accidentally inhale some of them. Yet another reason to hate poppy seeds for their short shelf life. Kishin's eyes narrowed. How long does it take for poppy seeds to go bad? These went bad in a matter of months. A matter of months? How many months are we talking here? Maybe 30. Kishin did some counting on his fingers. 30 months is 2.5 years, if I'm not mistaken. Jay piped up. You left that jar of poppy seeds for 2.5 years? Maddie nodded. As I said, number of months. 30 is a number. 30 is an injustice. How have you not touched poppy seeds in all of that time? People don't actually like poppy seeds. People just like the muffins they come in. If you give them the muffin without the poppy seeds, they'll like it even more. Okay, she's real for this one, I'm gonna be so honest. The poppy seed and lemon poppin' seed muffins do not make them better. We all can agree. If you've eaten a lemon poppy seed muffin, you don't eat it for the poppy seeds. They're just kind of there at best. You know what I mean? Like, they never improved the muffin. So she's real for this one. Just give me a lemon muffin, no poppy seeds. Barely even notice them. What's the point? Exactly. You get it. Taking a violent drink of water. Everyone engage in your reading skills while these two argue about poppy seeds for a second. Jay shrugged. I like lots of things. Evidently, during the past 30 months, I found things I enjoyed more than the humble poppy seed. I'm offended by the idea that you would discriminate against such a lowly and unpretentious food item. You like the idea of poppy seeds. You like the idea of an herb that comes in discrete units called seeds, so that you don't have to wonder how much a sprig is. It sounds like it's something that you can picture, as opposed to cumin that you wouldn't even recognize if I said it on your tongue, or rosemary, which you probably forgot was a spice, and you couldn't tell from thyme. When you see me disposing of poppy seeds, it pains you because it's something you can conceptualize. If I told you that I hate cumin and had to flush a bunch of it down the sink, would you be bothered by that? Probably not. So really, it's not I who am discriminating against the poppy seed. It is you who is discriminating. This is what my arguments with Jay sound like. This stupid fucking back and forth and picking hills. This is what some of my conversations with Jay sound like. When we just start going on a bit for too long, this is what it sounds like. There's no reason for us to have poppy seeds anywhere in this cafe. People claim they want them, but you can go years without ever serving up a single poppy seed, and no one will even notice its absence. A woman wearing a loose green sweater walked up to the counter. Were you just talking about poppy seeds? Yeah, we're all out. Oh, that's too bad. I was hoping you might have a... Don't say muffin, Maddie thought to herself. Don't say anything about poppy seed muffins. A poppy seed muffin. My grandma was really fond of them. Jay grinned as Maddie tried to avoid cringing. The woman in the green sweater said, they used to be a part of the standard blueberry trifecta, chocolate, blueberry, and poppy seed. I always wondered why cafes stopped serving poppy seed muffins. I wonder. It's been so long since I've tasted one. Years, I'm guessing. Yeah, it's been years. That's it. That's where that one ends. That's so funny. Oh, fucking hell, Maddie. Cellar staff only. Oh, I'm going in there later. I haven't tasted my grandmama's poppy seed muffin recipe in years. Oh, yeah? Oh, here we go. Okay, can I just... Oh, okay, cool. Yeah, I can just free roam into the basement now. God, I'm so happy this place just gradually opens up for you to explore and walk through. Oh, hey, Kishin. You look... Oh, dude, he's pissed. Oh, he's gonna fucking pick a fight in the next chapter. I can't tell if he's supposed to be smiling or angry. Maybe he's smiling. He looks like he's pretty pissed. I want to see what studio mode is, though. Is it like a photo mode? I want to see. Please wait. I'm waiting so politely. It is a photo mode. Oh, it's their cutscene builder. That's crazy. Okay. So it's how they do their shots for the actual game with like the animations and the camera zooms and stuff. No talk me angry. That's cool. Okay. Yeah, it's literally just the cutscene builder. Cool, I'm not gonna fuck with this, but I love that they put that in the game though. Imagine all the shitposts you can make with that. Currently the best feature is definitely drawing on the robots. A level editor in a visual novel. I'm still, we talked about this in the first stream, I still can't believe that there's people who bought this game, a visual novel, and then complained that it wasn't interactive enough. And yet this is a visual novel that has like full game cutscene style like visuals, animations, multiple sprites, a full 3D environment that you can walk through between chapters with bonus lore stories and content. And they were like, yeah, this sucks. This is stupid. It's like, if people saw this game and were like, oh my god, it's a story-based, like, no, this is a visual novel. This is still, at its core, a visual novel. It's just a really, really fucking cool one. It might not be everyone's cup of tea, but I am appreciating that this is trying something so new to create, like, a more interactive or, like, engaging story. It has some jank here or there, but I enjoy it. I enjoy the visual style of this. It's so, like, new. Can get more interactive fiction than... Yeah! This is as interactive as my interactive fiction could ever be. Chapter 3 was really short, which kind of gives me hope. It gives me hope that I'll get through 3 chapters today. I mean, I guess with how long this game is, every chapter should roughly be like an hour, give or take, now that I think about it. Yeah. Alright, Kijin, how you doing? You're down to 12 hours. This should let you import your own models? God, imagine, that'd be crazy. Day 2, 5 p.m. Ooh, shit, so he's down... I think he's at 7 hours. Because it was noon in chapter 3, he lost 4 hours, and it's 5 hours later, so I think he's down to 7 hours. I'm trying to track it. I'm curious what'll happen when he hits 0. This is Ned, by the way. You alright? Yeah, I guess. Cool. Mind if I join you? Go for it. Dury? Huh? You want a Dury? I'm sorry, Dury. Coffin nail. Cigarette. Do you want to smoke or nah? Oh, right, yeah, sure. Sorry, it's been a weird day. Thanks. No worries. Where are you from, then? Heh. You're the first to ask. I live in Collingwood. Oh yeah. Whereabouts? Smith Street. Bit pricey up there these days, isn't it? Bet you like your Avo toast. Ha. Piss off. I've got housemates. Well, nah, I know what you mean. Bit odd. Being dead and all that. Takes some getting used to. People keep saying that, but it doesn't make me feel any better. I understand. Do you? I reckon as much as anyone can, yeah. Right. Hey, what's Avo toast actually taste like? Huh? I've never had it. Can't you go out and just eat some? Sure, Maddie can whip it up if you're asked. Avocados are a malevolent fruit. Don't trust them one bit. Oh, that's what people call me when they see me, but I'm intimidating. I'm a malevolent fruit. Secondary title after boy toy, malevolent fruit. Plus, I've got this whole situation. Oh, so that's what the straw's for. You got it. So what does it taste like? I don't know, like avocado and toasted bread? Avocado's kind of cold and mushy, but it's got a good taste. Avocado tastes green. That's what avocado tastes like. Avocado is green. Green is avocado. That is how if someone asked me how to describe the taste of avocado, I would just say green. It tastes green. It tastes green and good, and I like it. Changing your name and gender adventure? Please, you have my full permission. That reminds me, I need to get a fun nickname from Cass and Girls Night. I meant to react to that thing and I forgot to. Cass, if you're still here and can hear my voice, give me a nickname in Girls Night, please. Definitely better than mushy peas. Lend me a bowl of peas, mate. What, 'cause they're the only thing you can eat through a straw? Watch yourself. Gonna zap me with your Deaf Council powers? First off, it's the Council of Deaf, not a that's hilarious, because I was also calling it the Deaf Council earlier. First off, it's the Council of Deaf, not a Deaf Council. They're totally different things. Secondly, you really think that's what we should do? Walk around shooting lightning out of our fingers? Well, when you put it like that, it does sound a bit silly, yeah. I don't do anything like that. Just keep things running smoothly is all. We're asking cafe owners to sell their time that isn't something we like to do often. So you just keep the peace? As fucking ironic as that sounds, yeah. Ned keeps the peace. Dude, I know. Want another? Sure. Well, this is a shockingly chill moment for Ned, who got such a passive-aggressive introduction. Weirdly chill. Hi, Maddie. You can see, I think that's her leg clipping through her skirt there. I've noticed minor clove clipping things. I love how the only word we can see on the box is kills. I kind of hope it just says smoking kills on it. That'd be great. I love the sunrises here. They're alright. You watch many sunrises, Ned? Not enough, no. Even semi-immortals need their sleep. I just like to sit here and watch it. Even when it's cloudy or raining, there's just something about watching the sunrise that makes it easy to deal with the coming day. Feeling optimistic all of a sudden? No, I still feel like shit. Huh. How about you, Keishan? Are you mad at her? I'm curious if he's gonna hold it against her or not. Keishan? I don't feel great. Still having a lot of trouble, You guys, I'm dead, and I've only got a couple hours left before I have to go, and I don't think anyone here really properly understands what it's like to see your last sunrise ever without any idea of what comes next, and that is really fucking terrifying. And I'm never gonna see my friends or my boyfriend or my family again. I'm just gonna pass on, and I'll never know how they'll remember me or mourn me, or if I'm even gonna be remembered as a good dude who tried his best, or if I'll just be forgotten in a year. But that good dude who tried his best couldn't even win a freaking game of five-finger fillet in the basement of a cafe that basically sits on the banks of the Styx, and as far as I can tell, and God, I can't even tell if that matters? Were the stakes low? High? I can't tell. I'm so disoriented, and I'm trying so desperately to feel something, but all I feel is that I'm slipping away with every second, I'm losing myself by degrees, and that's incredibly scary, and I don't know how to deal with it. Fair. Immortals and semi-immortals, yeah. So I think Che is immortal. Ned is semi-immortal because he's a council member. Yeah, fair cop. I actually came out here to apologize for that. The game. Oh, for God's sakes, Maddie. Have you been gambling again? Can it, Ned? Keishan, I shouldn't have taken that time from you. You took it fair and square. I don't feel like I did, so I'm giving it back. Believe me, I'm as surprised as you are. I don't usually do this. What's different this time? That's my business. I can't believe you're still swindling people out of hours to try and fix your debt. Dude, I know. It's bloody undignified. It's a clear violation of the rules. I will banish you right now, my man. I thought you stopped pulling that crap when you took ownership of the cafe from Che. You really think doing this is gonna help pay this debt? Yes, absolutely. If you got any bright ideas on how to do it otherwise, I'm all ears. Should have never granted you and Che those licenses to practice. You obviously failed to be responsible with them. You really think you wouldn't be doing it if we didn't have the license, Bushman? Given your history, the hypocrisy on display here is astounding. That's all behind me and you know it. I've been working on doing some good for the last 100 years. With the council. Really? Yeah, we maintain the balance. You know why that's important. Sure do. I don't need you moralizing at me from your ivory tower. Give it a rest, guys. But pulling the last day on Earth card. Quit it. Is the difference between immortal and semi-immortals like elves and half-elves? I'm assuming that's the case. Like, one has like a pretty... like, one's functionally immortal and the other is like forever immortal is what I'm thinking. Don't totally know what's going on, but everything seems totally fine. Everything's totally fine and we aren't in desperate debt and we don't have to worry about the fucking local cop bothering us. Everything's fine and normal and fine. I'll be inside. Come find me when we want those hours back, Keishan. For what it's worth, I'm sorry about all of this. I've never been to the other side. I was too afraid to leave. Walked the land for decades, evading the council. That's a crime they call revency? Sweats. Staying too long, upsetting the balance. So one doesn't die and the other is like a lobster. Exactly. But in lieu of booting me straight to the next place, or some sort of internal punishment, the council offered me a job. Sorry, that's all stuff you don't care about, I suppose. It's interesting enough. Nah, I'm just filling up empty air. You should head inside and grab those hours back. Truth be told, I'm not especially fond of Maddie right now. She might have been dishonest with you, but even I can tell she's at the end of her rope. You might not be able to see it yet, but I think the people in there are fond of you. You think so? Maddie wouldn't have offered the hours back if it wasn't something different about you. Plus, that kid Ashley seems to like you. Yeah, I guess. Kinda just dragged me off and got me to hold your screwdrivers for her. Trust me, she thinks you're great. Go on inside and say hi. I got some business to go stick my nose into anyway. Alright, catch you in a bit. Got some questions about the council. Of course. I won't be out for long. Is Keishan gonna try and become a fucking council member? Later, mate. Well, shockingly, like, chill scene from Ned, all things considered. The two things we got with Ned, the side story and his actual introduction, were so, like, aggressive and, like, borderline violent of, like, how much, like, Maddie hates him, that I thought he was gonna be a major dickhead, but, like, that was a really good scene with him and Keishan, actually. Hey. Yo. Do you want those hours back? I guess so. It's only 4 hours, I don't think it'll make much difference. If it's okay, I'd prefer that you have them. Ashley's been enjoying having you around. Just Ashley? And me too, I guess. You seem pretty reluctant to admit that, my dude. Don't psychoanalyze me. Sit still for a minute. Alright, lay your hand on mine and place your index finger on my wrist. This is a part of your ritual, or is it just an excuse to hold hands? Shut up. His hands are massive! His fucking huge hands compared to her. Thanks. Watch carefully. No matter what you do, don't move your hand. There's usually a binding spell I use to make sure that doesn't happen. But I've run out of the regents required, and you probably don't care about that. I love how they start to explain lore things to Keishan, and then they go, you don't care, and then that's it. That's all you get. Alright, yep. I give this time freely and without coercion. As above, so below. I maintain the balance. Ow. I maintain the balance. Ooh. That's it. How do you feel? I actually feel better. I feel less itchy. Yeah, we weren't kidding about that yesterday. As you linger, you begin to upset the balance, and as I understand, it doesn't feel good. Right, yeah. Why does Ned get to stick around then? Does he just ignore it? Council are a special case. They're more similar to demigods or demons than they are to us. That's fascinating. Tell me about it. I'd have joined ages ago, but they're uptight dicks. They don't seem so bad to me. That's because you've not run into any of their ridiculous rules. Bunch of bloody regulations on manipulating life force and certain standards on the treatment of space. That makes it sound like she wants to, like, it makes it sound like they have, like, it's like their workplace safety, and Maddie is an employer who wants to make their employees work 12-hour shifts without breaks. Like until we hear some of these rules, Maddie just seems a little bit like a dick. Is that why you gave me the hours back? Because Ned realized you broke the rules? No, that was all within the guidelines, despite his blustering. I gave them back because I felt bad. That's all. Oh, neat. So you pity me. I love that. I'm actually really into it. No, dude, it's not like that at all. No, you don't need to clarify. I get it. Seriously. Last day on Earth. Moving on. Fine, sure, I'm sorry. Jesus, Keishan. Sorry, I gotta serve this customer. I'll help. Really? It's probably not a two-person job. Yep, come on. Keishan, you're weirding me out, dude. You're giving me vibes, and I'm not sure if I like the vibes or not, Keishan. Just hanging out behind the counter now. Day 2, 6 p.m. Okay, it's only been like an hour. Phew. Anything else that needs doing? Nah, I'm gonna take this tray of glasses into the kitchen. You go chill out for a bit. I'll take them. You need a break. Sure. Where's the kitchen? That way. You'll find it eventually. Cool. Be back in a minute. Keishan, are you trying to worm your way into a full-time job or something, buddy? Because I don't think it's gonna work. Oh, hey, guys! Okay, cool. Now we're gonna see what these chuckle fucks are up to. Your pawns are nothing compared to the raw power of my castles. Nothing. Yeah. What's this, then? Ah, my castle! Brought low by my own hubris. No, it was just a pawn. And maybe a little bit of hubris. Bishop. Knight. Ah. Your other castle, and check. Check, you say? Oh, I didn't think of that. You activated my trap card. Dorks. Oh, hey Maddie, come check this out. I tricked him to a false sense of security. Oh man, that's embarrassing. You seriously let her outmaneuver you that hard? Yes. I'm very ashamed. Suppose the real hubris was inside me all along. I friggin' love winning. I should try doing this more often. Pfft, a chance win at chess. Could grow into a big winning streak, you know? You wanna play something with us? I should really head back down to the bar. there's nobody there. Come on, take a load off. If anyone really needs you, they'll know where to find you. How about I grab all of us a drink, make sure there's nobody waiting, and then we play something. Won't be 5 minutes. You're actually gonna come back this time? You never come back. I'll come back. Promise. Why don't you pick out a game while I'm gone? Let's find something, Ashley. What do you feel like playing today? Something, Something with a lot of dice. Dice it is. Gonna play D&D. We'll see you in a minute, Maddie. 6:15. Oh, she actually came back. I thought it was gonna time skip to them just like sitting there in silence while she wasn't there. Oh, look at the little models. They're cute. It's Ned, Shay, and one of the robots. And that's why the first season of Row Battle Royale was an absolute betrayal. But you still want to be on it one day? Well, yeah. Unless an indie circuit opens up. Like in wrestling? Exactly like in wrestling. Melbourne's got a local show. I want something like that. You could probably put your own local league together if you worked really hard. Perhaps you could build the robots and get people to battle them. Human control bots are boring, though. I want to get more of that spirit juice and put together a bigger Ashling. How big? I think I'll start at car size, then move on to more of a bus-adjacent form factor. Ha! I'm not sure we have enough to power one of those. Maddie looks horrified. You'd have to get Maddie to source you a large amount of it. We need liters of it at least. That'd be super cool. Did you say it was legal, though? Well, technically. But what Ned doesn't know won't hurt him. He'd lose his head if he knew half the things we were doing around here. I don't play. Yeah, the child is talking about basically building like a bus mecha. Like, I don't know. He seems fairly lenient with you, right? He wasn't always like that. A long time before you turned up, he nearly shut me down because Would you believe it's because I sheltered a criminal? Ned nearly shut you down because of that? Am I thinking of the same criminal you are? Trust me, this irony was apparent. I found it very, very funny. What sort of criminal were they? Just a minor demon on the run. I don't know what she did to get the price on her head. I just took her in when she stumbled through the door, dripping blood everywhere. That's metal. It was extremely metal. How long did you manage to hide her for? Oh, not too long, maybe 6 weeks. Time flew by, if I'm being honest.
I'm hijacking next.
The bus mech? God. The idea of BB just hopping around and possessing, like, different, progressively more concerning, like, robots and things is not lost on me. Oh, I should drink my tea. My tea is really cold now. I'm also gonna put my phone in my stand because, pardon me, I forgot to do that like an hour ago. There we go. Phone is back where it should be. Why is that? Was she from the clock realm? No, nothing like that. We, bonded. Magically? How'd you do that? Thought I heard you telling Maddie that sort of thing was impossible between beings on this plane. No, not magically. We were, lovers. Ew. Yuck. Ew. Happier days. I love hearing about when you were young and reckless. Gosh, what do you think I am, huh? Old and boring? Definitely old. Despite myself, I must say you're definitely not boring. There's that patent Maddie charm. Well, you know me, I'm full of them. Yeah, charm. Exes, curses. That's all on your account, old man. I won't deny it. Oh, Keishan. Oh, also ad break in 40 seconds, by the way, folks. Hey, Maddie. Hi. Hey, dude. Having trouble finding the kitchen? Yeah, I couldn't. I checked everywhere. It's just behind the bar, man. You can't miss it. I told you, I checked everywhere. Nah, you're not catching my drift. It's just behind the bar. You can't miss it. Have another look. It'll be there this time. Sometimes you just gotta remind the quantum hallways that they exist. Fine. Yeah, they talked about that in like chapter 1, I think. The fact that this place fucking changes all the time. How long are we gonna keep him here, Maddie? Oh, we're keeping him? No, we're not keeping him. Gonna let him stay as long as he wants. He'll leave on his own accord at some point. You feel sorry for him? Weirdly, yeah. I don't usually get attached to customers, but he's a good dude. I like him. Do you like him because he's nice? Or because he was good at passing your tools over? Yes. Don't get too attached. He's not gonna be here forever. Well, duh, I know how it works. Could enjoy having him around, just like you taught me. Don't cry because it's over, smile because it happened. Ashley, that's from the motivational calendar I threw out last week. I never said that. Same thing. I'm used to people moving on at this point. I can deal with it. Where did Ashley come from, man? Like, where did they get this child? Good. Where did this child spawn from, and what are they doing with her, other than having her make robots out of ghosts? Oh, hi, Ned. Quick, drop the cup on his head. Pelt it at him. Throw it at him. I was joking. Fuck. Heh. I can't believe she actually did that. Holy shit. Gonna keep staring at the coffee stand, or nah? Yeah. Okay, whatever. What do you want from this conversation? I'm an open book as far as matters of life and death are concerned. Yeah, I don't want to go. Now you probably heard this before. I don't know, 1,000 people or whatever. It's not about staying around for people or wanting to go back to my old life. As wonderful and not stressful as that sounds. Like, I'm not afraid of what lies on the other side. I don't think there's any point to worrying about it until I'm there. I just don't think I've spent enough time here. The cafe? No. All this. I guess you'd call it this plane? Roughly speaking, I suppose so. I want to know what you did to be able to stay. Sure. Did Maddie give you those hours back? Yeah, why? Well, that's a way. You can just find enough hours to stay as a spirit, half there, half gone. But it's a wretched existence. I wouldn't want to live like that. How would you find the hours, though? It's only so many you can get from consenting beings, right? Crappy psychology of gambling aside, you're right, yes. So the question is, how do you do that? How do you create life from nothing? Do you kill people? Oh, the answer is that you can't, Keishan. It's impossible. There's always got to be some sort of balance maintained. Everyone who learns to manipulate the fundamental life forces understands that, no matter whether they're doing good or bad things with their skills. Here's the thing, though. You don't need both parties to... Could you just become, like, the spiritual equivalent of a mass murderer? It's just a social nicety, something that separates us well from people who don't do that. That's where the idea of vampires came from, for example. Those bastards. They're not special or anything, they're just dickheads. Anyway, if you can take life force from people, you can also drain it from animals or plants. But in this business, there's a lot of we don't or can't understand. One of the things we can't understand is why life force from plants and animals and plants is tainted. It feels gross. If it didn't, everyone would take it, consequences be damned. How are you feeling today, before Maddie took those hours back? I felt like I was slipping away. Like, my mind was really foggy. It was really hard to think or put sentences together. Nobody really noticed, though. Typical. Imagine that, but 10 times worse. You're foggy, but there's also something fundamentally wrong. Like you're a collection of puzzle pieces that don't quite fit together. Like an engine that's running out of oil. That sounds horrifying, right? Should I do it? Probably not. How would I stay otherwise? Well, you could always go on the lam, just run for it. But you'd catch me. Not me personally, but yes, the council would eventually. And that's it? That's my only option. Perhaps. Depends on how you feel about bonding your soul for eternity to a fundamentally neutral inhibitor of justice. I have no strong feelings about that one way or another. Smartass. Would you regret it if you stayed here forever instead of moving on? I don't know. I guess that'd be up to me, right? How do you mean? In the end, how I feel about taking a big branch in my life is just a matter of how I frame it. I can focus on what I'll regret, sure, but it's not a useful way to spend my time. If I focus on the future, on everything that's in the possibility space instead of outside of it, that's probably better for me, yeah? Sure. You don't sound convinced. I'm ambivalent on it. I try not to think about anything too hard these days. But if you're willing to accept eternal bondage with the council, I can keep you here. It's not easy work, though. You have to act in the best interest of the system, not its individual parts. Bureaucracy at its finest. How did you learn to deal with it? Just took some time. When you're used to it, you learn not to think too hard about what you're doing. So long as you take a holistic view of everything, things generally shake out alright. You tend to only bother the biggest rule breakers anyway. Maddie being one of them? Ugh, habitually. Shouldn't be getting so much leeway if it wasn't for Kay. I don't understand that guy. He's nice, we've chatted a bit, but what makes him so special? He's provided services in the past. I could count on one hand the number of people who know as much about the manipulation of life force as he does. He's been researching it for over 100 years. No way! Is that old? He looks like 60 max. He looks 30 max, thank you very much. He does not look that old in this art style. Yep, much older than that. Wild. We're getting sidetracked though. How do you feel about joining the council? Don't hand out offers willy-nilly, you know. I'm interested, but could I have some time to think about it? How much time do you have? You've been out here for nearly 25 hours. You're overdue. Put it on Maddie's tab. Huh. Okay. I assume you're not going to stick around forever. Unlikely if the next few hours are anything like unlikely if the next few hours are how I completely fumbled myself. I'll stick around until you have a solid answer then. Cool. Okay, so Keishan's officially overdue now. Want to get drunk? We're already drinking, mate. Nah, Che told me about something special he's got behind the bar. Unless it's something really special, he probably offered me some. And even then... So you've tried the... bottled soul? You pulling my leg? Nope. You've got to be mistaken. You haven't seen it in person, have you? Yeah, I actually have seen it. That's quite illegal. I expected better from him. Damn it. So are we gonna drink it or not? Council regulations require me to confiscate it or force the owner to dispose of it. We'd be doing him a favor then. I suppose. Come on, dude. Shay said it'd knock you flat. When you say you, do you mean me? Or you? Or just anyone who drinks it? Anyone. It's like 200% alcohol or something. That's not technically possible. But I'll admit my interest is piqued. Let's not waste any time. Damn it. This was a setup, wasn't it? Basically. You in? Fine. Oh, this looks deadly. Good thing dead people can't get alcohol poisoning. Hey! To bureaucracy. Gonna get fucking plastered together. Hey Maddie, how's it going outside? Yo. Your order's arrived. 3 days late, mate. It got held up by a mutual acquaintance of ours. Ah, shit. Nah, explain why he's in my hair. That really went shit, you're right. I'll be there in half an hour. What illegal shit are you doing, Maddie? Ten p.m? 8 p.m? 8 p.m. End of the line, but even semi-immortals need their sleep. So that's the end of chapter 4. Oh, I have many notifications. I'm gonna check those real quick while we hit the loading screen. Oh, it's our favorite guys. Hello, little guys. Give me 1 second, folks. I'm just making sure I'm not missing something really important. Noelle, are you still here? Hey, Noelle. Hey. Smiles? Yeah, that thing you DM'd me is unhinged, and I'm calling you out publicly for it without saying it what it is. Unhinged. I was not expecting that. I'll do the due diligence of not saying much more. Unhinged. Can't believe you'd do this to me. Alright, I've checked my notifications. Nothing too crazy, other than fucking the GIF Noelle sent me. Chat will have to guess, yeah. Just insert whatever you want to your mind, and that's the new canon of what Noelle sent me. The catabasis? I don't know what this is. The catabasis is considered to be a vital part of the hero's narrative. Every hero goes to hell at some point. And in the stories, they usually come back, which is the bit that seems weird to me. I don't think that's how it works in real life. The cafes had a bunch of heroes come through, claiming that they were going to conquer hell and come back. They never returned as far as I saw. The idea of catabasis is that in the general scheme of things, hell, or the underworld, or Hades, or whatever you want to call it. Anyway, it's on the outside of wherever we are. Like, we're trapped inside the sphere, and we leave it to go to hell. Did the ancient Greeks ever consider that maybe we've been on the outside the whole time, just waiting to get in? Maybe they did. Matter of perspective. I guess I'll ask one sometime if I ever meet one. But perhaps we're just waiting our entire lives for this. To pass through the firmament to the next place. To be driftwood that washes up on the shore of whatever that next place actually is. Seems weird, but maybe that's where we're naturally meant to be. I'm thinking it's possible that this world isn't some sort of proving ground or anything. Maybe it's just a waiting room. A beautiful, flawed, and complex waiting room. Personally, I don't think there's anything like heaven or hell waiting for us. No judgment either. The world doesn't even operate in binaries or absolutes. That's just flawed human thinking projected onto things that are much, much more complex than they can ever perceive. I don't think that waiting on the other side is even something we can conceptualize. I bet it's cool. It's a shame that it's a one-way trip, though. That's it. That's the entire conversation. A catabasis is similar to necromancy, or one experiences a vision of the Ooh, necromancy, you say? Okay. I want to see Maddie perform her necromancy. I want to learn more about this. I want to know. I don't blame you. Maybe one day soon I'll be able to stop blaming myself too. I'm really wondering what these quotes are a part of. You can now speak to Ton and Hannah to experience the side story Walking to the Sky. Hello? What do you mean side story? Ashley's inventions. Funeral. That's a conversation with Keishan. Beth 2, Beth 1's in the basement. This is the one we have to read. So we have side stories, like actual cutscene side stories? I want to read about Ashley's inventions, because I want to see if this talks about the robots, so we're gonna skim this one. Ashley's original ideas: do not steal. Kitchen assistant. According to Maddie, the best way to chop hard ingredients like carrots or celery is to place the thing you are chopping near the point where the tip of the knife touches the board, since this gives you more leverage. Okay. So is this like her ideas for eventually having robots? Maddie says I'm not allowed to use any knives that are longer than 18 centimeters and said something about a weeb katana, so that idea is a dead end. Okay. She wants to make fucking Maddie a chopping robot. I'm sure that will not go wrong at all and won't end up hurting. So, knife retriever. Environmental storytelling. Kitchen Assistant version 2 is a big success, but my testing of Kitchen Assistant 1 left a knife embedded in the ceiling. I wasn't able to reach the knife by climbing on the top of my stepladder. So let me make a robot that rips a knife out of our ceiling using a magnet. I'm sure that'll go really, really well. I might have to try the electromagnet thing if I can't think of a plan before Maddie notices. She probably wouldn't like it. She originally wanted to make a 1 meter long knife. No wonder Maddie was like, that's a fucking weeb ass shit. Visibility reducer. To prevent Maddie from looking up and seeing the knife in the ceiling, I created a device to dissuade her from looking up. Oh my god. If you put a really bright... I don't know why this tickles me so much. If you put a really bright halogen lamp somewhere, it really makes people not want to look in that direction. I figured if the knife had a halogen lamp next to it, anytime Maddie thought looking up at the ceiling, she would decide, no, I don't want to look up there because there's a bright halogen lamp that will probably blind me. The fucking progression of these fucking cracks me up. Some of these are really funny. I fucking love some of these. Oh god, more fucking figuring out how to get the knife down. A child genius and a childish genius, yeah. Like, she makes really cool shit, but oh my god, is she like just a fucking kid for sure. The second attempt, I got the Kitchen Assistant V1 to throw at the ceiling, but its velocity was too high, and when the bulb hit the ceiling, it shattered instead of sticking. I tried lowering the RPM of the Kitchen Assistant too, but after my 5th attempt, I realized I was out of halogen light bulbs. I wonder if I can recycle the broken pieces for anything. Lamp bulbs seem like they'd be really hard to reconstruct. So she just had fucking robots throwing glass lamps at the fucking ceiling. Stop. Fuck, that's great. She's a nightmare. Oh my god. Oh my fuck. Okay, so we have Bef 2, which I can't read till I go back and read Bef 1. Perfectionist. Maddie studied the gentleman at the counter as he raised his glass appraisingly. Her eyes narrowed on the drink in his hand as he took a sip. There was something in the way the man carried himself that irritated Maddie. She was irritated, not mad. Nothing he had done was rude or otherwise improper. If anything, the thing that bothered her was the fact that he seemed too proper. The way his hand rested on the counter felt very deliberate. There was nothing lazy about the way he sat, perfectly upright, or what he did with his hands. One on the glass, the other resting deliberately on the brim of the top hat he had placed on the counter when he walked in. No, I'm afraid that's not it. He set the glass down. Was that better or worse than the previous one? Said Maddie. Closer, I think. But it's hard to tell. You just know it when you taste it, you know? Yeah, I know. She picked up the whiskey bottle and began pouring another drink. This time 7 parts whiskey to 4 parts water. She was using the glasses that she discreetly marked with measuring points. She was confident she was pouring to within a centiliter of precision. She slid the glass over to him. Try this one. That's still not it. It's a fine drink, though. I'll gladly finish it. Let me try one more time. I assure you this is a fine drink. My experience in London was, I'm sure, a once-in-a-lifetime experience. It'd be completely unreasonable for me to expect you to replicate it here. A good enough drink is perfectly good enough. Something in the way he said good enough made her even less willing to give up the fight. She grabbed the whiskey bottle and was about to begin pouring again when she felt a tap on her shoulder. Che, can I have a word with you? Shoot. Out back. Betty followed Che into the kitchen. You've gotta stop trying to make the perfect water mix. You're not cracking some code here. What that guy considers the perfect whiskey is not gonna be some perfect formula that will work for everyone from here until the end of eternity. Different people have different tastes. I'm aware of that. So why won't you give up? Because I want to make him the perfect drink. He already got the perfect drink in London 20 years ago. And every day that passes just makes the memory of that drink more and more just unrealistically impressive. I know. That's why I have to make the perfect drink. I don't understand. Che, that perfect drink in London 20 years ago, the one that he still remembers to this day as the best drink in his life, people are supposed to have memories like that about this place. This is where it's all supposed to come together. And that's why you won't back down? I can back down, but I'll find it very hard to forgive myself if I do. Can I tell you a story? Is this story going to suck? You won't know until I tell it. Sounds like a good reason not to tell it then. I used to be a logger. You worked with lumber? You never told me. I did tell you that I worked a lot of odd jobs, and I figured that alone would be enough to communicate that I'm full of anecdotes about a larger variety of subjects, even after you've known me for many, many years. I've lived a lot longer than I've known you, so it's not like I could convey everything I've ever experienced in the time I've known you. En contraire, conversation allows you to compress experiences. You can compress an entire day into an answer to the question, so what did you do today? You're right. I don't like reducing big experiences to short, pithy statements about what I've done. I already feel dirty about just saying I used to be a logger, because there's so much more to that experience than the job title. And I'd like to tell you more about being a logger, if you'll let me. Alright, tell me about being a logger. I was a logger for 2 weeks back in... Wait, 2 weeks? You were a logger for 2 weeks? Sounds to me like you were a non-logger who engaged in logging activity for 2 weeks. Logger is a title. You have to earn that shit. Alright. Point is, I learned a thing or two about logging. Thing or two, and probably not much else if it was only 2 weeks. You're right. Luckily, I only need to tell you this one thing. Oh boy. I can hardly wait. That's the one worthwhile thing you learned about logging during those 2 weeks. When you're cutting away at a tree, you actually have to cut away a lot of wood in order to weaken it enough to fell it. That is, you're not merely cutting a gap in the tree. You're actually removing part of the tree to weaken it. Yeah, I kind of figured. That's why partially cut trees have a notch in them. Logger just has to keep making the notch bigger until the tree collapses. Was that your lesson? You're not acting like yourself. On the contrary, I'm behaving exactly like myself, and that seems to bother you. Che grimaced. You're right. We still play at being teacher and student? Betty sighed and put her back against the wall, looking down. Yeah. Alright. He did his best to grin. Maddie gestured for him to go on. You were saying about cutting trees. Ah, right. You need to create a notch. To create the notch, you're removing part of the tree. You're taking a chip out of it. Uh-huh. It's really easy to get caught up in that when it's happening. When chips are flying everywhere, the last thing you want to focus on is that big tree that's still just standing still. See a chip fly off somewhere and your eyes, and more importantly your attention, naturally want to follow it and see where it lands. That's when you start to miss with your swings. The secret to logging is that you can't pay too much attention to the chips. Some of the chips are going to land at your feet, some are going to fly off and harmlessly hit you in the chest, and others are going to disappear from your field of view. But you just have to focus on the tree. Focus on the impact you're making, not the trees. That's the secret of it. You need to focus on the big goal. Thank you for sharing the secret of logging with me, though it can't be too well kept a secret if it's knowledge shared by people with only 2 weeks experience. So is that it? That's it. That's a story about how you have to let the chips fall where they may. Well, thanks for that bit of folksy wisdom. I'm saving the pretentious wisdom for another day. Very thin line between folksy and pretentious when you're acting like a genius for having discovered the etymology of common idioms. That reminds me of a story about wire walking. I'm glad. Maybe I'll even hear that story someday. She stepped out of the kitchen before Jake could continue. Maddie returned to the counter. How's that whiskey? She asked. Best thing that happened to me all day. You could say that this glass of whiskey is the thing that made my day. Thanks. That's all I needed to hear. Fucking like, I used to be a logger. It's like, dude, just say the metaphor. Teen transient. A teenage boy approached the counter. Shoulders slumped forward, head down, eyes on the ground until the moment he looked up to order a drink. He was old enough that he could have passed for a young adult with a better presentation, but the posture coupled with the oversized backpack he was wearing were a dead giveaway. Irrespective of his age, he was still just a kid. Can I get a Coke? An order befitting of a kid. Yeah, I think I can manage that. Think fast. And he turned around just in time to see an aluminum can hurtling towards her. She almost caught it. The can rolled back towards Che, who scooped it off the floor. He hesitated a moment before setting it on the counter. No ice, right? The boy nodded. No. Yeah. Yes to no ice. Che cracked the can open and poured into a waiting glass, which he then slid down the counter, pushing it gently though so it came to a rest in front of the teenage boy. The boy grabbed the glass. Thanks, he said. He glanced around the room. If you're looking for a place to sit, there should be plenty of seats upstairs. The boy nodded and headed for the stairs, drink in hand. Plenty of seats down here too, Maddie said, turning to Che. Yeah, but I think upstairs is... Oh, this is the guy we can go talk to upstairs and see the side story for. Yeah, but I think upstairs is more Ton space. What'd you just call him? Ton. People have names, you know? That's the problem with having regulars. People expect you to remember their names. Jeez, thanks. Yeah, Maddie, good job. Though, now that I think about it, Tom probably wouldn't mind finding out that you don't know his name. Can't have your name on Maddie's shit list if she doesn't know it. Should he be on my shit list? No, he's harmless. Maybe a bit susceptible to peer pressure, but I think that's why he comes here. To meet with peers. To meet people who aren't his peers. How many glum teenagers do you see around here? Too many. Maybe not enough. Please tell me you don't actually mean that. Teenagers have the highest noise to spending ratio of my demographic. Not the glum ones. And if I were a glum teenager, trying to find my place in the world and trying to carve out an identity for myself, I couldn't imagine a worse place to do it than right here. Teenagers can be glum somewhere else. Whatever happened to proper teenage delinquency? Be careful what you wish for. We've been mercifully delinquent-free for quite a while now. Proper teen delinquents don't loiter in coffee shops. They set things on fire, spray paint alleyways, and stay out past curfew. Does the city have a curfew for minors? It should. Teens need to be able to break rules, and all the better if committing acts of vandalism at 11 p.m. gives them a 2-for-1. Maybe they should avoid delinquency and just stick to general mischief. Oh no, we already have plenty of mischief around here ever since Ashley set up shop. Got it. Next time I see Ton, I'll let him know he needs to be committing more crimes. What do you do if he actually takes your advice? He won't. Peer pressure only works if it's from a peer. Someone of my age telling him he'll be cool if he starts swiping liquor won't do much to assure him that becoming a thief is a ticket to popularity and acceptance. So find another teenager to tell him. I'll keep an eye out. Commit crimes, teen. You're too boring. I need you to commit crimes. So they're upstairs. So this is Hannah and Ton. So this is a side story. One sec, let me check something, folks. On the Steam page. I think they did content updates for this game, so I'm wondering if this is one of the content updates they did. One second. Yeah, there's like a bunch of side episodes in this that I think they like added over time, I think. Yeah, so apparently there's a lot of these short stories that we're gonna unlock over time. I imagine a lot of this stuff I'm gonna want to save for post-game or something like that. Maybe once we rack up enough of these, we could do a stream that's just side content to clear through a bunch of it. Oh, now the big decision. Do I want to try and do one more chapter before we end off tonight, or call it good at 2? I'm thinking. I did say I want to hit a minimum of 2 of these per stream, and I did kind of start late today because I was busy and had some, some technical difficulties. But now that these chapters seem to be getting a bit tighter in a good way, that means I might be able to start getting like 3 of them done per stream if I start at normal time. Ducks there behind here. I think I'm gonna be responsible since I'm semi-recovering from a heat wave still. I'm gonna be semi-responsible for my sleep schedule, and I think I am actually gonna wrap her up here. A shorter than average streaming experience, but it's okay because we have Dead by Daylight tomorrow, and that'll be a good fun time. I'm really excited to play DBD. That'll be a good stream. DBD is great because, like, I do be yapping during DBD. Oh, it's also easier to talk to you guys because, like, while things are going on in the match, as long as I'm not actively being murdered, it's really easy to talk with you guys. I need to do more regular streams that are just, like, easy to gab with you guys streams. So I think getting DBD on my schedule somewhat regularly, or like other games like that I can kind of just play casual styles, is a good idea. Ooh, I have to plan my September and October schedules as we finish up like Necrobarista and a bunch of other things. I actually need to plan my Halloween fall schedule and pick out what horror games I want to play this year. We're gonna keep the music playing, but we're gonna gab for a second before I sign off, folks. We're gonna gab. So one thing I need to do is I need to plan my September and October schedule. Do you realize you're calling it Necrobarista? Huh? No idea what you're talking about. What do you mean? I'm saying it normally. What are you talking about? I'm saying it the way you're supposed to say it. So, I am saying necro, but I think just the way I'm saying it, I think I'm blending some syllables together and it's not coming out in my favor. It's just not coming out in my favor at all, really. Oh my goodness. So, if folks have any horror games or things they want to request for September and October, feel free to toss them my way, either on stream, in the upcoming streams, or in the Discord server for folks who are there. I have a channel for that, right? I have a channel for tossing suggestions. I've actually played through like a whole lot of the games that I wanted to play over the years for Halloween. I played through like the entire Clock Tower series. I played some of the fucking Silent Hills. Yeah, I'm not sure. I'll have to check my backlog and see if I have any horror games I want to emulate or pop out of the Steam library. I'm thinking. I'm thinking. Oh, what was the other thing I was going to talk about? Oh my god, I'm so sorry. It's brain. Right. So I owe you guys some streams from the debut charity thing, and I have not forgotten that. I have looked at my schedule, and it looks like I will be able to I'm going to be doing them all in the same week. Because I finish my current job on August 26th, and then I have a week off before I start my new position. So I have like a full week to kind of like relax and work and maybe do some bonus streams and everything before I start my new job. So the current plan, which I'm thinking we're going to be able to rock out with, is we're finally going to get all those streams you guys unlocked during that week, which, if I'm remembering correctly, is the Balatro Cryptid Mod stream, the old sketchbook tour stream, where we go through a bunch of my old art and sketchbooks, and then I have the VTuber design review thing, which I need to make a post for. It's less a review and more of a hype session. Maybe I'll call it that, VTuber design hype session or something, I don't know. But I just want to gab about character design and talk about a bunch of character designs. But those 3 streams that you guys unlocked from the charity event will be happening at the end of August / beginning of September. Oh my god, I'm melting. So I have not forgotten about those streams, and I have not forgotten about the movie night or the fact you guys need to make a Blue Sky post. I need to corral you guys at some point. Maybe if I get another stream where a bunch of Cass's community invades me, I'll hold them at gunpoint and be like, all right, cowards, make me a Blue Sky post. I owe this to my chat for a charity redeem. You're all here. You're all gabbers. Hold them at gunpoint and force them to do it. My chat-in-law will have to do it. But the movie night is gonna happen eventually. I need to like iron out how I want to run it, because I'm thinking it's gonna be very low-key. Very low-key chill kind of movie nights. That way, you know, folks don't talk over each other. I'm not gonna be commentating or anything like that. We're all gonna be vibing. We're all gonna be muted. We're all gonna be watching a movie together and chatting about it in the side chat. I want it to be something that if people just want to like sit in a room together and watch a movie low-key style, that like we can do that, and you just have it on another monitor without being do boy toys get in-laws? I hope so. I feel like it's my legal right. It's my legal right. Cass didn't know that when she signed the papers. I get them in-law as my in-laws. Is in-laws like stepson? Wait, what is in-laws? Nah, whatever, my chat-in-law, whatever. So yeah, movie night will happen once I pick some movies out for a poll. That one's still ambiguous when I'll have a night to do that, to be honest, but I'll work something out. I don't want to accidentally leave y'all like hanging on these fucking debut things for like the rest of the year. That'd be crazy. Huh? If chat is like your kids and your cat's is boy toy, then like, I'm like when... I'm like when you're... Sorry. I'm like when your mother gets divorced and gets a new boyfriend and you don't know how to feel about him, and it's a real 50-50. Either you really hate the guy and you never want to see him again, or like he's way better than your dad and you think the world of him. Yeah. Maybe Cass's chat are your in-laws and my chat are your stepchildren. What I'm learning is that I have a lot more responsibility than I realized. I really do actually have to step up, damn. Damn, I gotta be responsible. That's crazy. That's crazy. But yeah, I wanted to give an update that I am gonna start planning for my Halloween September, like November era. I kind of block out like 2 or 3 months for horror, like for my playthroughs for that, because like unless you commit to a single game or something, I'm not gonna finish most of the games I want to play or usually want to play in a single month. So I'm probably gonna do like September and October, depending on what I pick out to play, is what I'm thinking, you know? I might do an Alien Isolation stream. I'm not sure if I want to commit to a full playthrough of Alien Isolation, but it was gifted to me, or I got it like really cheap somehow, and so I have it, and I've wanted to experience it and like play around with it because I think it's a very neat game, and I always thought the gameplay and programming of it was very fascinating. But I'm not sure if I'll commit to a full playthrough. That might just be like a really fun one-off night, you know? But anyway, if you have suggestions for spooky games to play in September/October as we wrap up like Necrobarista, and like Date Everything or Yakuza, although to be fair, Yakuza and Date Everything are not gonna wrap up anytime soon. So at the very least, we'll start rolling out some stuff. Didn't mean to make you self-conscious. No, it's because I hear it now and I'm like, oops. But yeah, if you have suggestions, give me suggestions, because I love finding new things to play. And TLDR, the debut rewards will be happening at the end of this month. A thumbs up emoji. I don't have my hand tracking on, or I'd flash you guys a thumbs up. Hold on. I'm doing it. I'm turning it on and I'm doing it. One sec. Oh god, I have to reboot when my hands turn on. Perfect. Ah, my thumb, no! I can't give a good thumbs up. my thumb. Oh, that's better. Oh, why is my hand like that? Is this hand better? Oh, this hand's way better for thumbs up. What the fuck? I'm learning new things about my model all the time, which is apparently my left hand can't give a good thumbs up. That's crazy. But yeah, I don't want you guys to think I forgot about them. As more so, I was just trying to find a time where I had like the space and the energy to do like those special one-off streams. So luckily I have like a free week coming up that I can just bang them out after I do some planning. And then the other little things like the blue sky post. Really messed up your hand earlier. Yeah, the blue sky post and the movie night will come definitely before the end of the year. I gotta catch chat at a good active time to grab you all and just be like, do a blue sky post. Do it. Oh, goodness. Quick, what random thought do you want to fucking tweet out on my blue sky account, you gremlins? Oh, God. But yeah, that's all I wanted to say was that I'm planning for Halloween, doing all that shit, blah blah blah. General updates so you guys know vaguely what's coming in the upcoming months. I like to be proactive and tell you guys things, yippee. Tomorrow I have to edit so many clips. My clip backlog is currently 28 clips I need to edit, and I'm running out of clips I've already had pre-edited. I have enough clips to last me for the next month. I post clips daily. Shout out to my clip soldiers who clip things on these streams. You're the backbone to the fact that I even post clips aggressively. Thank you so much. Blows you kisses. It's gonna finish that in like 2 afternoons, by the way. See, I don't know what people consider an impressive editing speed. 28 clips in 2 days. Or 2 afternoons, I guess that's like 6 hours. Okay, yeah, I can see how that could be impressive, actually. Rocky, I appreciate you. I appreciate you using that clip command as God intended. It does, though. I've been thinking about this a lot. I've been very appreciative of it. Every time I look at those clips and stuff, like, just having that many and like the fact that I don't tend to clip myself kind of thing, like the fact that folks are active and hang out and like find stuff funny enough to clip it. I often verbally marvel about it anytime I'm talking about clip editing with Noelle. I'm like, I can't believe that's a thing that happens. It's very sweet. And unironically, may I say, makes things a lot easier for me. So the fact people take time to do that when they pop in or like use the clip command, unironically, it helps me out more than I think folks realize. And it's just really nice. Not to randomly drop some gratitude there, but it's great. Find funny moments so you don't have to. It's great. It's really good. I appreciate it. Oh, I'm getting sappy. It's that time of the... unironically, that time of the month. Oh, God. Anyway, I am gonna depart. We're gonna wrap up with Necro today. I keep correcting myself now. Oh, hey, not to be annoying. Are you streaming? Oh, cause right. You are streaming today. Are you streaming? Are you live right now, motherfucker? Do you have your like pre-stream up? What? Okay, you're not. It doesn't say you're live yet. I mean, I will raid into you. It makes my life very easy. I'm about to be? Okay, cool. Well, in that case, I am going to toss you guys over to Noelle then once we're done here. America's Funniest Home Videos, but stream clips. I need to edit together like a big video. Maybe at the end of the year I'll do it as like a New Year's thing. I want to edit a big master video together of all my clips from this past year, like since I've started posting on shorts on social media and stuff like that. I just need to make like a big edit together of them, you know? We supply the clips so you can supply the content. I appreciate it. Like I don't know how else to say it. Like it really helps me out in a way that I don't know if it comes across legitimately or not. No, I talk to Noelle about it a lot, or whenever I'm clip editing and call, I'm just like, y'all, this is crazy. that this happens because it makes life so easy for me. Because keep in mind, I used to post like 1 clip a week, and then it was 2 clips a week, and then it was 3 clips a week, and then it was 4 clips a week, and then it got so crazy we're now up to a clip every fucking day, and I've not missed a single day posting since I started it. On my buffer thing, like what I use to schedule my videos in advance and everything, it's like, wow, you have a 32-week streak, and I'm like, damn straight I do. It's like something crazy like that. It's a crazy high streak in my opinion. So it's rad. It's really rad. It's like a weirdly like thing that makes me embarrassed. What's the word I'm looking for? Humbled? I don't know. There's a word I'm looking for. It's a thing that I feel like is not a big deal that feels like a big deal to me. I don't know. Anyway, Noelle is live now? Question mark? It said Noelle went live, but then Twitch is not telling me Noelle is live. Oh wow, Noelle's live. So I'm gonna raid you guys into Noelle, who is doing, quote, whatever the hell I want tonight. So it'll be a fun surprise for all of us what Noelle will be up to. But I'm gonna toss you guys over to Noelle, anyone who's hanging out. And I appreciate folks from Cass's stream popping over and also saying funny things at me. 1 second. Oh my gosh. Oh no, I typed Noelle's username in wrong. Throw rocks at me for penance. Perfect. Okay. Oh my god, I actually did it. Goodbye, everyone who is hanging out or was hanging out. Thank you for hanging out for chill barista weird ghost vibe hours. This game is so different, I feel, than my usual speed and what I usually play, but I am happy with the new experience, and I'm hoping it kind of sticks the landing of what it's going for. Well, I'm definitely not a visual novel on stream kind of guy, but I'm enjoying this. It's kind of relaxed, kind of like a book club I'm feeling, you know? So I'm gonna send you to Noelle, say hi to Noelle, be chill with Noelle, support Noelle with whatever she is doing tonight. And I will see you guys tomorrow night for the DBD collab I'm doing. He smiled. Bye, folks. Have fun at Noelle's. Goodbye. I wave too fast. I gotta wave like really slow for it to track better. It's why it's better that I do like the little wah, wah, wah. Bye, folks.